insert drink, and hit play.
Hey guys, what's up? You have John Daniels here, and I have my two fellow counterparts.
I am the Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius the Second Esquire.
Yes,
Call
the
me
longest
Jimmy.
name. Jimmy for short.
Yeah.
Or JVR.
And
That
I'm
too.
Bruno Diaz, aka Johnny C, aka Johnny Walker.
AKA Johnny Appleseed. Okay, guys. Tonight we are going to do our commentary on Alien Covenant. Number of people, I'm sure, love this movie. Number of people, I'm sure, dislike this movie, and we're just we're gonna talk through what we feel individually. Huge Alien fan here from the get-go. JVR, Javier,
Uh,
Jimmy.
Well, first of all, to call it a commentary is stretching the point. It's more like our drunken ramblings.
Yes, to be honest, it will
Secondly,
be drunken rattling.
I was a fan until the mid 90s, probably.
Oh,
Teardrop. Ding, ding.
yeah, here we are still watching these movies.
Yeah, we're right here watching it. Okay, guys,
It's-
whoever.
It's really strange. You think about it. Is that you have Ridley Scott, you have James Cameron, then you have David Fincher, and Jean-Pierre Jeunet, and then but most of the sequels are crappy. You have these great directors making shitty movies somehow. Any thoughts? Anybody?
Well,
Punt?
I mean, the movies are alright, but they're just bad alien movies.
Guys, just to let everyone know, if you're going to be following along on the movie, we've hit play on the Blu-ray. It hasn't yet started to the opening scene, but I'll make sure to ping everybody, let everyone know once it.
It's all production credits right now.
Yeah, just okay. Yeah.
Well, these two movies, I think,
Which two?
the Prometheus and Covenant, I think, are alright, but not good alien movies.
I actually, John Daniels here, for the record, I loved Prometheus. I thought it was badass in the movies when I paid $22 for one IMAX ticket when it came out in New York City. And okay, guys, just to let everyone know, opening scene, we are now seeing David's eyeball.
Spoiler alert.
What? That's just
Well,
to get
this
everyone
is the
started.
movie.
It's just the opening scene. Just if anyone's following. Like I said, I loved Prometheus. Saw it in the movies in IMAX, New York City. Bought it on, Blu-ray 3D. I had my 3D plasma all set up. Remember, guys, I had the
Yeah.
8 3D glasses. We all watch it actually, I think, in 3D.
3D, yes.
And now I have it in
Did we?
Blu-ray and 4K. So yeah, I
Right.
personally, again, John Daniels here.
Obviously,
Big
glutton
fan.
for punishment.
But Johnny, you said no go.
No go on what?
Prometheus.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I liked it, yeah. Up until it wasn't, it didn't connect to aliens anymore, so... But did this movie open the same way as Prometheus, with them two talking in the room?
No, Prometheus
remember?
opened with them on the ship, if you recall.
Them doing oh, Johnny C here.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. This is Jimmy here. Or I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole of my entire birth name. I curse my parents every time I introduce myself. So suffice to say, Jimmy speaking, which is Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius, Second Esquire. I'm sorry, the Right Honorable.
Javier.
Yeah,
Yes, the right honorable.
Mr.
Right.
Esquire.
right, Mr. Esquire, the second to you. No, or is that Mr. Second the Esquire to you? One of those two. First of all, I would like to say that this white room does not have black curtains, and that is unforgivable.
I like the opening scene with the whole white kind of open kind of, I don't know, institutional
Yeah.
theme, so to speak, right? We got David here
Yeah.
playing on the Steinway.
So essentially, he made this
Well-
multi-billion-dollar android and told him to play music. So you could just said, Siri, play me some Wagner.
Or Alexa.
And, yeah, that's true. And also, this first opening scene of the movie, tells you that it really tells you what this movie is about, because it's just them two talking about man and God, and he's like, this is my son, you're a new creation, AI, whatever. And then he's searching for his own thing, which, Prometheus happened. And he's like filling David's mind with all this stuff. And so this pretty much does set you up for the basis of what this movie is, and not really an alien movie anymore. It's more about this type of
What the continuous
philosophy talk
the
about
quest,
man
the
and
quest
God
for
and-
where
yeah.
we came from.
yeah. So he's making a different type of movie, but he's throwing the alien setting into it. I think he could have made a completely different movie about what these two people are doing and going through, but now David's the one that creates the aliens. So it's like,
Yeah, Jimmy here. So yeah, my problem with this is twofold. One is they're like just rehashing the same ground they already covered in Prometheus, because all this was kind of apparent in Prometheus. So if you watch that, you don't need this.
yeah,
If you didn't watch that, well done. This kind of helps that. But there's also this movie attempting to be deep and attempting to be something more philosophical, and then also xenomorphs. And I don't think the two mesh well together.
I'll give it to you, Jimmy, Javier. Yeah, the aliens in this one, the xenomorphs. I don't buy it. Right? I mean, you hear them screech like little circus animals, and
yeah, and they seem
they run around like dumb, baby. I don't know what, like cheetahs or something, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
and
it's almost like a cartoon where
they
they're.
seem way more evolved.
It's
like,
not even
human-like
They
than
seem
they should
like
be
cartoon.
at this stage.
We're gonna get
apparently.
into when the whole scene comes about. We'll get into it, but I'm. So okay, wait. So to clarify, the xenomorph is the one alien that came from the facehugger. The other ones are engineered by this
Right.
David
But
bot,
I thought this movie was supposed to be telling you that he's the engineer of the original Xenomorph,
not of the original.
the one that they find, the ship.
That's where this other thing falls apart, because the first
I still don't
Prometheus introduced so many goddamn plot holes when it could have been an easy prequel.
Yeah,
That
Well-
pretty much this movie is forced to write around that to try to get it back to the starting point of Alien.
Okay, guys, and if whoever's watching
Yeah.
along with us, the
classic logo.
the classic logo appearing bar
So-
by bar is now on the screen.
Yeah.
Jimmy says blatant nostalgia ripoff. We've already seen this several times.
It keeps aligned with the theme, right?
And
The
he's
original.
again trying to tell me it's an alien movie, and he keeps trying to tell me it's not at the same time. So it's so weird.
I don't know. I like the old and keeping some of the old school things in there.
Yeah, I mean, he playing on nostalgia is the right move for sure, but
Okay, here we
Is it
go.
though?
Colonization. I love how they put up the specs here too. Colonization vessel, covenant.
and I do.
Date. Okay, this date thing is important. 2104. Is that before the original Alien?
Look,
I think so.
2,000
Isn't
colonists,
2120
1,000
the original
embryos.
Alien?
Something like that. I'd have to go pull the Blu-ray
I'm pretty
check.
sure. I have like some little notes. I think
You gotta
so.
pull up all the facts right now.
The year. We gotta check the year when we do our Alien review.
Yeah.
My bigger concern is the fact that this is a colonization ship. They've got maybe 4,000 total people, be split between embryos and frozen people, embryos and colonists. And I seem to recall reading somewhere that the minimum viable population for a colony was somewhere around the order of 4,170 or something. They're like 150 short. They're 1,000 short.
No, they said, didn't it say 3,000 plus 1,000 embryos?
No, what it said here was 2,000 colonists and
1,000.
1,040 like embryos and 15 crews. So the total is 3,155.
Well, couldn't they just reproduce?
Well, that's the point of a minimum viable population, is they need a certain amount of people to make sure
To
that you,
start that. To
to
get
keep
that
the colony
going, yeah.
self-sustaining.
So right off the bat, they're wrong.
I don't know. I mean, there's some guys that come out there and say you can have a much lower minimum viable population, much lower
I mean,
minimum
I'm sure you
viable
could,
population.
but
But it just raises questions. And you know they're the first people there because they've got terraforming equipment aboard.
yeah, and they're ready to go. They got all the different.
Okay, enter James Franco. Right? Is that Hobgoblin right there in the chamber?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Are we talking about the extras, the shorts too, or strictly the movie?
Well, Jimmy says that'll all depend on whether or not we can continue talking without slurring excessively.
No slurring. No. Oh
No
well,
slurring.
the slurring will come
Good luck.
later as we're drinking our waters, our doubles of
Yeah.
water with the lime. Okay, so we got David here messing around with some frozen
That's
embryos.
Walter? What's
No,
his name?
is it?
It's
Oh.
Walter, yeah,
It is Walter. Sorry, the opening scene is
Was-
where he named himself David.
which actually takes place
No, these
shortly
are
before
Two
Prometheus.
different robots.
And now you're skipping
Right. Sorry.
to
Sorry. Yep.
after
Walter.
Prometheus.
My fault. My fault, guys. Yeah, it is Walter.
Are you saying the androids all look alike?
No.
Are you androidist?
I would never say that.
And so this is a solar blast or something?
They say
Well,
neutrino, but yeah, stellar flare more or less. Interestingly enough, some research group did actually test a solar sail not too long ago, and they actually
Yeah.
managed to use it to change the orbit of an artificial satellite.
Cool.
So what is this? What is it? Is like a solar sail blocks interference, or it
It collects
navigates you through?
It collects energy from the stellar wind or charged particles and propels you forward and generates power.
Okay.
So that little bit of sci-fi is actually kind of starting to become more science reality than science fiction, you know?
Yeah.
But then this happens because, of course, there's always a crisis in space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone wakes up.
But I do love all the graphics and the space and all the way it's shot.
It
And it looks
is.
good. Like
Right, the CGI is there.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Except the
I think
aliens.
it's
I don't like
clean.
the way
No,
the
again,
aliens
and
look,
the
yeah.
aliens are like little circus
They could
animals.
be
You know,
better,
it's
yeah.
and we'll get to that as soon as they come in.
but the ship and everything.
Okay, the ship is totally on shit right now. I mean, there's like fire in space. Walter is just calmly going through and just like a regular day, extinguishing fires in space.
Yeah.
He's probably done that a bunch.
Okay, James Franco, here he goes.
I didn't even know that was him.
This might be the best part of the movie, where he just explodes in this little cryotube.
I mean, if I was in an alien or one of these alien so-called alien movies nowadays, I would be like, yeah, kill me off in the first 5 minutes too.
What's happening is
My dream is to die in the first 5 minutes of this alien
I'd
film.
be like, sweet, I get to die.
like
So-
Bill Paxton. He's
Okay.
dreaming about Spring Breakers. That's what happened.
If only.
No, he's dreaming about what was that other one? Aliens versus Predator 2, Requiem.
Oh, I don't remember
Something
those.
ungodly.
What, you mean Aliens vs. Predators?
The
No,
second one.
Yeah.
where the-
Predator versus Teenagers or whatever the hell
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
called.
Predator
Yeah,
versus
that one,
teenagers
yeah.
in the swimming pool, and I'm like, why would you do this?
Because money.
Okay, so there's James Franco, Toasty, just completely. I mean, he's like a freaking skeleton at this point. Right? That's all he has left. And again, this is my second favorite part of the
Dr.
movie,
Manhattan.
where he's just like they're about to toss him in the little poop chute or whatever it is.
And this guy just sucks.
Really, this
the
whole movie is just a PSA about the dangers of tanning beds.
Yes, this is a warning for all tanning bed recipients or all those who partake in tanning bed activities.
Careful in space.
And cut to a dream of a forest. Is that? Oh, she's reminiscing about
Oh yeah.
Hobgoblin.
Trying to take the shots from the other movie.
Hobgoblin was a bad guy. Why would you marry him? Now he was Hobgoblin, right? Not Green Goblin.
Hobgoblin. Yeah.
What is?
Why would you marry him?
Isn't he?
And then
He wasn't Green Goblin,
I
right?
don't know who this actress is, but I'm not too fond of her from what I've seen in her movies.
I honestly don't know what else she's really
I've seen her in like maybe
In
a couple
as,
things,
like,
but
a pivotal role.
I'm
I
just
mean,
like whatever.
okay, so she's looking through his stuff.
And then
She's actually taking it pretty well
Yeah,
for
what is
her
that-
husband being
what
like
is that nail for?
exploded in a damn
Isn't that an anchor
cryotube.
for climbing?
Or yeah, they're
mountain
gonna.
climbing?
Oh, rock climbing.
Well, they're
okay,
rock
yeah, yeah.
climbing. Oh, and speaking of rock climbing, James Franco is also that guy in that movie, that documentary.
Where he rips his arm
So-
off.
127
she's-
hours or
so
whatever.
She's just watching 127 hours.
Yeah, she's just
Oh,
watching
she
127
is.
hours on her iPad right now.
Yeah, she is.
This is actually the pre-film for that. This is his take 90.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I heard he was such a perfectionist. He actually had his own arm chopped off.
Yes. Yes. I swear, when I think of James Franco, I think of that. He was
For
doing
art.
that award show with Anne Hathaway where he dressed up as he came out in a black dress, and I'm like,
He did.
or no. Anne Hathaway was wearing like a black tux. They like switched roles, and then he came out like in a
Yeah, I
dress,
remember that. Yeah, yeah.
and everyone was just like, why?
Oscars or something.
Why would you do this? Like, why? Okay. I swear, they're all taking it pretty well for being disrupted mid cryo sleep or
I mean,
hyper sleep.
He's
Yes.
supposed to be the leader now.
Well, he's the
Like,
captain.
what?
Now this guy's the
Yeah.
captain, right?
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan is the captain, who looks just like the most
The guitars
spineless.
for Stillwater.
Okay, here he's gonna do his little captain speech. Hey guys, I'm the captain. Come on. They're all taking it pretty well. For like I
Yeah,
said,
another
one of their
problem is-
guys just got blown to bits in a gulf of flames. Inside that little chamber.
And it was their captain.
Yeah, I know. They're all like kind of.
Ooh,
I mean,
Captain,
I
my
guess you gotta.
Captain.
Oh, Captain, my captain, yeah.
All right. We're in.
And then this guy,
Cowboy here. Eastbound
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee, they call him Tennessee. Who is
What?
this
Down.
asshole?
Kenny fucking Powers.
Yeah.
Is he? Isn't
Why
he
is he
good
flying
friends
the
with?
ship?
No, he's good friends with James Franco, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
They've
I can
done
see.
a bunch. Pineapple Express. Other movies.
This is what the end. or
No
something?
offense, James. I know you're listening to us. You do really good stuff. Just not in this film. So just and
you
there
kidding?
Jesse Smollett.
You
Enter
mean
Jesse Smollett.
Danny McBride or James Franco?
James Franco. He
He's
just
the
got
best part of this movie.
Well, the best part was when he got exploded in the
That's
little
what I mean.
hype
Yeah.
sleep chamber.
He did his job.
That was a hot performance.
That was the best performance I've seen all day.
See, the problem with everyone else here is they're all way too subdued, and it's like I get grief, but for most of the rest of the movie too, they're just like kind of just
They're
going through the
mumbling
motions.
about, and that's not like
Yeah, get to it later when everyone just starts
part
passing the idiot ball
part
around.
of these movies. Yeah, is everybody just kind of sucks, and then that's why all these things happen, and then convenient enough for the bad robots. It's like, all right, whatever.
I'm watching this scene where they're all huddled together here. They're trying to redirect who's captain, who's not, who's doing what, and just Jesse Smollett stands out like a sore thumb. I don't know why. Jesse Smollett, the guy in the news that they accused everyone, quote unquote, accused of faking an attack on himself.
Jimmy's legal advice here. I'm not a lawyer, but
Is that
just
bad guy in
allegedly,
this movie?
it's a cover your ass phrase.
Allegedly.
Empire or something.
Yes, the show
this guy?
Empire. Yeah, the guy, the
Oh,
kid,
wow.
the kid that was he was all over the news for
Yeah,
like
I remember it now.
5 months straight or 3 months straight.
I didn't know that was this guy.
That's him. He's
Whoa.
horrible. I mean, nothing against him because of the whole.
But that's a really weird thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just the whole drama behind it
job.
just again puts a bad taste when I'm watching the scene where they introduce him.
Well, I
as,
didn't
like,
even know that was him. So
That's him. You can't tell. It's like.
Well, I didn't watch Empire, so I didn't know. So.
Well, he's all over the news.
I
Making
can't-
any-
I didn't see
No.
him.
No.
I
not
didn't
at all.
recognize him.
Not at all.
Come on.
JVR, aka Jimmy, the Right Honorable Esquire.
Mr. Right.
I swear.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
enough
should
about
have
Jesse
said it every
Smollett.
time.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
glad that didn't distract me from the movie.
Well,
Yeah,
it didn't up until I found out it was him. I'm like, oh Jesus.
there are benefits to living in a bubble occasionally.
Yes, or under a rock.
Yeah.
All right, so they're still here, just
Or not recognizing someone's faces.
Yeah.
or just not recognizing. Yeah. Okay, so they all got their orders. Captain declared that he's a captain, and now they are going their own way.
It's Dr. Manhattan, and then Magneto's taking what's her face.
Oh yes, Magneto is taking New Ripley. I guess is she like the
She's
Ripley in the movie?
Ripley,
Is she like
she's
the-
not even B Ripley. She's like C D Ripley.
Well, who was the actress in Prometheus?
She's B Ripley.
She was cool.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Was that
Yeah.
Numi Rapace?
Numi Rapace. Yeah.
Right, so she was actually good.
She's great. I
Now,
like
this
her in a lot of
one-
her movies.
This
Yeah.
one's just Ryan Gosling. She's all sad
She's
eyes.
right.
That's all she does the whole
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, she is kind of sad eyes. Yeah.
That's and apparently someone's yanking someone's chain.
Yes, someone's yanking someone's chain, and it's not Walter.
It's really Scott yanking the audience's
Yes.
I think so. He's like, God damn it, can I make a movie that's not an alien movie? Also, why do I have to fix the mistakes of Prometheus? Because I feel like half the movie is trying to fix Prometheus.
Okay, this is
Wait,
this
so
is what, this
Ridley
is the point-
Scott did this one.
Right.
This is the point I
Now,
wanted
who
to
did
come to.
Prometheus?
Those
He
hacks
did.
from Lost. Or they wrote it.
No, they helped write it. They came.
They
From
came
what I
in-
remember, they came in and like helped write it. Like
From Lost?
yeah,
But I
one
helped
of
write
the
it. They mean,
guys.
Really?
They
Yeah.
mean change some stuff so it's not a direct prequel, and also
Not
change some other
Abrams,
stuff so there's
Lindelof
no
or
answered
something.
questions. Is how they helped.
Jesus. Well,
I
I
don't remember
still,
their name.
again, John Daniels here, for the record. I love Prometheus.
Lindelof and Cruz. Was that them?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Damien Lindelof and Carlton Cuse. Was that them?
Yeah, if that's the Lost guys, yeah.
Part of them.
Johnny C here.
Johnny C. Johnny Appleseed over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go with a little reference
To the cabin they wanted
the
to
cabin
build
that was going to be
together.
built before he
Yes.
fell off the movie in 127 hours in the
Yeah.
iPad that she was
He
watching.
fell off the movie.
Yeah.
Why bother? Why bother with this movie? Why are you trying to start a new life? Why are you?
Oh.
Can't you start a new franchise?
So a point I wanted to make. No, that's the point I want. One of the points I wanted to make was
What?
the main thing of the end of Prometheus was like, oh my gosh, Numi Rapace is gonna go off into space with this robot, take the ship back to the home world.
That's
where's
what
where's that sequel? Where's that movie? And
They-
then this movie.
this is 10 years
no,
after,
but I'm saying
no?
this. But that takes away any of the cool stuff that you wish would have happened,
Look.
and then replaces it with Prometheus again. So he like blocks himself from creating the new, exciting like future sequel that you want to see, and then he just reverts back to making the same movie over
Awesome.
again.
I'll join the characters on screen making a toast. to-
Making it. Oh, yes, they actually are drinking
Oh,
rum
yeah.
right now.
I think they're drinking
Okay.
Jack Daniels.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jack Daniels. And by the way,
No, he is right now.
no, they are, yeah. This is John Daniels. I'm noting that they are drinking Jack Daniels.
that's not in any way meant
As
to
am I,
imply
JK.
product placement or endorsement
Jackie
or
D.
any sort of commercial.
Okay, they just
gain
they just
whatsoever.
shot out Hobgoblin into hyperspace. So thank
so-
you for this one
So
scene.
He's gonna
Does that qualify as
be in a
pollution?
Marvel movie, I'm sure later.
Yes, they've shot him into the new Marvel universe.
They're gonna find him
Yeah.
later in somewhere.
Oh jeez.
That'd be great.
Okay,
If
here's
only-
here's Captain My Captain. He just saw it on the little monitors. He was like the little
He
spy
kept-
cam.
And
Like
then
the
this
new
guy's
boss.
just an idiot.
This guy's like,
jackass.
they disobeyed me
Yeah,
by
it's like,
observing
dude,
the
they took-
death of
they
their
took
old
2
captain.
seconds to take a sip of drink. Like, get like what?
They complete. This is a
That-
dereliction of.
You know exactly what that
this is
means. you
insubordination.
asshole. Yeah, like get
You
the fuck
cannot
over it. Like, oh my god,
Cheers, your previous captain and former life mate.
this is all terrible.
And he's ranting on about faith or something. So this movie's again trying to be some kind of find some deep philosophical underpinnings.
Not really. I mean, well, for
Well,
him, yeah.
for
but,
him,
like,
yeah, for the movie, it's kind of
me-
representative of the failure of this movie. It's
Let
like,
me see.
it's trying to be about something more, but at the end of the day, it's an alien movie. You need to treat it as such and work around it,
Yeah.
not against it. So yeah, also
Like that looks
Dinner.
cool. Look at that stuff.
No, I
yeah,
get it. The
it's fun.
scene, yeah, the space scenes are very cool, very clean, very crisp.
yeah,
Looks
it's
great
probably
on
the
this
best part of the
big
movie. It's actually like a piece of sci-fi here, and it's the
If
closest
only
they
there's
get to
good
that.
stuff to go around this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Another part of the problem is that people don't seem to realize, like in any of the subsequent sequels, Jimmy speaking here, is that like the first movie was about a bunch of blue collar truckers in space, essentially.
Yeah.
And the second movie was actually just some Marines in space. So you got a bunch of like average Joes running into
Okay.
like extraordinary situations.
So just to put a couple names out here, so the new captain is now Orem. That's what I'm looking at
Orem?
here on this
Sounds like a computer part.
on IMDb. Orem, that's his name. We got Tennessee, who's I guess the pilot. Okay.
Tennessee.
Who
Damn,
Billy
so-
Crudup
so-
is Chris something.
Orem,
Yeah,
yeah.
Billy Crudup. Yeah, no, that's Orem. That's the new captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Kenny Powers. I mean, what's his face?
Yeah, totally. Kenny Powers, McBride,
Yeah. Danny
Tropic
McBride is-
Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic Thunders. He's Tennessee. And he actually does like the most useful thing, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Fixes a sail here. Okay. I mean, and this
And
is the
then
weird thing.
who
Like,
is that
so
guy? I don't
so
remember
if you're
him.
watching, so the movie is actually good. Like I actually was still kind of really engaged in the movie.
Yeah, it definitely.
Like it was flowing steadily. You know, it has like okay,
it's moving along.
it's moving along. It's
It's
a
a-
good pace, and it's already established. Like okay,
Yeah.
definitive characters.
It's
New
New
moving.
asshole,
Aside
spineless
from,
jellyfish is a captain,
yeah. Aside from the part we don't like any of the characters.
and they
Yeah.
also killed James. Thank you.
It's-
Well,
It's
that's a plus,
movie-
depending on who you ask.
It's
well,
movie
what's
enough
James's
to
real
keep me engaged to watch
Yes.
it.
Let me hold on,
Yeah.
James. Oh,
so,
they didn't
yeah,
even.
so far
And the
it's just-
second time around, yeah, I did
James
like it
Franco.
a little. I gave it a little more leeway.
Okay, Branson, who's actually uncredited per IMDb. Branson. That's
Branson?
James Franco. That's the husband, the guy that just got.
Oh,
So can we
Okay.
just call him Captain Missouri from now on?
Okay, here,
Sure.
look. What is this? He's receiving some signal in his helmet, right? Is that
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
catch wind of going to this new planet?
that's new me from the ship.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Tennessee.
Johnny C. Spoilers.
Johnny C. That's Johnny C, guys.
Mhm.
All your hate comments will go to Johnny Appleseed or Johnny C.
Well,
Or
I
Bruno
mean,
Diaz.
you know who she is.
Or one of those guys. Well, some people have been
You've seen
fortunate
the
enough
first
not to
movie.
have seen Prometheus. And those are the lucky ones.
Dude,
Yeah,
man,
I like
Prometheus is good,
yeah.
man. Come on, Javier.
Besides-
Javier.
Besides
JVR.
besides everybody being stupid, like
That's the problem that's going
uh,
to plague this movie too, as you'll see as we proceed and further into
So-
the
yeah, it would be fun. It would be
Look, I
it
don't
would be
know,
more
I'm
fun if they're more competent and then other things happen.
So
around
back,
them.
so I have to be honest here. The first time I saw this, I watched it completely, dedicated. I didn't have my phone out, my laptop. I had anything. I just watched it on Blu-ray, surround sound setup, just completely watched it from start to finish,
Yeah.
and I thought I hated my life after watching it. Right?
So always trust your gut.
I always trust my gut. Yeah. So I hate my life. No. So then I watched it again recently, and I actually hated my life a little less. It was
That's-
actually,
yeah.
I don't know if it was just kind of growing on me or if I was like, you know what? maybe I was just a little too
It's
harsh.
because it's shot well and it
Well,
looks good.
it does. I mean,
that's like the basic
It's
problem we
movie.
have here with this
Johnny
movie.
C says it's movie enough to keep you watching.
Is it?
Yeah. So Javier Ian is saying, yeah, the problem is you got a Ridley Scott making a decent movie because he is a qualified filmmaker.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's just given crap material to work with. I don't know if he chose it or if it was handed to him, but he knows how to make a movie, but he can't turn this turd into a gold nugget.
Yeah. He's
Oh.
trying hard though.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
love how they bring in the old school effect, from the Alien. The ding, ding,
But essentially, it is
Again,
he
it's
is
treating
this
with
is
nostalgia.
the same as the first Alien movie, where a crew finds a signal and they find the aliens, and then the Prometheus
Well-
is the same thing, and then this
How
movie
is-
is the same thing. So it's
So
like,
hold on.
what are you
in
doing?
in
over
the
and over again?
original, they do stumble upon a distress signal
Yeah.
from LV-24.
It's a different crew. and
LV-426.
LV-426.
It's a
okay.
different
I
crew,
think.
different
I might be wrong.
situation, but
Different-
it's essentially the same.
That was
thing.
a salvage crew, I think.
No, they were truckers,
Miners,
literally. They were
miners.
hauling a bunch of ore.
All right,
From
20 million pounds of ore, mineral ore. I think I got it
Space
here.
miner
Hold on one
truckers.
second.
Yeah.
I did take some notes.
Nostromo hauling. It's an ore hauler, and they're like, so pretty much you got
So-
a bunch of blue collar workers, roughly like
So-
oil rig workers. They go out to space.
There were 7 of them. Crew of 7.
And that
They
makes
were
it-
hauling refinery processing
Yeah.
20 million tons of mineral ore.
And that
Right.
makes it scarier because they're just like
And
regular people,
they-
like
they're-
truckers. So
they
they're
were
just like
blue collar,
whatever,
they're
yeah,
just-
blue collar people.
they were
dealing with
on their
this
way back to
crazy-ass
Earth.
alien.
Hollywood hates blue collar now, so they can't do that.
Oh.
And they're
They were.
trying
Oh,
with
I know.
this.
You got to be a pretty boy or lady or both to get a starring role.
Yeah, you can't be
the-
regular anymore.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
you
were
can.
on their way back
Look at
to
these
Earth.
people.
Listen.
These people are idiots.
Listen to me. The alien in the original movie,
Yes.
they did catch a distress signal. Now here, this is right. You're saying the right thing. It's a similar kind of storyline.
And
Right now, we're in the scene where they're observing or they're listening to, what was it, John Denver, right? Then they catch John
Uh-huh.
John Denver's chorus or the
West
song.
Virginia,
Yeah,
Which is another weird thing,
So,
because if you think about
It's
The-
not
the-
so much a
it, in
distress
the
signal.
first
it's just
movie, Idris Elba's character likes Stephen Stills, and also Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, because he sings one of their songs with his
oh yeah, he
accordion.
does say he does.
And that's really weird. It's like if you or me were like really talking about like really up about some really cool Mozart concertos.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
You
I
can
love,
be.
I love that Requiem, and it's great. I got
colonists more likely than truckers,
Well,
which they are. Yeah,
well, then the guys in Prometheus were something between colonists
Wait,
and truckers.
That's
so
what I mean,
remind me again. Remind me in Prometheus, how did they catch onto a signal? I thought they were specifically
going after it.
searching. No,
Yeah,
they were
went out
going.
looking.
They
went
they
out-
had mapped like
They
several different planets,
star systems.
right? And
they
they were all
they found it, right?
they
So
yeah.
pretty
found
much-
something. So they didn't catch a signal. They actually they were the
They
the
went out there to
scientists.
go
Yeah,
find it,
they,
yeah.
they were yeah. They
Javier here. The premise of Prometheus was that ancient aliens was true.
Ancient
Yeah, yeah.
Aliens is
show.
true, J
Yeah,
or
duh.
JVR or the honorable, the right honorable blah 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 blah
Esquire.
Right, Honorable Esquire
Hold
the
on,
second.
I swear to God, hold on.
But that was the premise, pretty much.
All right, JVR. I've known you
Uh,
for numerous years. I should get your name right. The Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius II, Esquire.
That is correct, sir.
Whew. Okay.
What's your name again?
Listen here, damn it. I know you've drank a lot, but this is John Daniels.
John Daniels.
Not to be mistaken with
I
Jack
was
Daniels.
just gonna say Jack, yeah. But
So
Jack
it's
Jack is
Daniels.
another way of John. Yeah.
I'm just gonna call you. Yeah, that technically it is a slang term for John. Is Jack.
Also, this scene. He just sucks.
Okay, no. So okay, wait, what are they griping? So we have the captain. What's his name? What's this guy? I keep forgetting his worthless name. This
Chris.
No,
Aura.
no. It's
Captain
like Orem, right?
Just Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan. Dr.
Yeah,
Manhattan,
Dr. Manhattan.
or
I mean, he did
Which-
say he wanted to go out
Orm.
in space at the end of.
Which he
last
was
so
season.
he, so she
He was
noted
good in Dr.
right now.
Manhattan
She
as
just went up against
Watson.
her like captain. She said, "Hey, I have to like document my objection to this new
Right.
direction, to this distress
Yeah,
signal, or
so,
to this
so
to this
they're-
John Denver
So
signal."
they found the numerous signal, and then now they're going to like
Right.
get it, and then they're like, "Oh, it's a planet that's more suitable than the one we already found, and it's closer." Which
well,
makes
I think
and it
not
makes
number
more-
one. They also didn't want to hop back into those
yeah,
chambers.
but that's silly. That's just like a silly gripe. Like you're calling us, like get over yourselves. Like I mean, come on.
But
But
well,
like you do your like,
and
they all say do
they
your job.
missed
so
they
do your job.
missed this planet, right? This planet is actually legit. Like it's habitable.
Yeah.
It's they
All the
they-
hard work's been done for them. It's already
right,
terraformed.
and they're like, you know what? It's a fraction of the original ride, the trajectory. So
I mean, it makes sense for them to go over there, but at the same time, like, couldn't you just like turn, like, hustle back at the same, like, I don't know.
Well, it's hard to turn in space,
here's Jesse Smollett.
No,
Acting
after
like
they
you
go
know
to
something.
the other one, let's just send the signal back to back to the home planet, and be
Oh.
like, yo, check out this other one
Oh.
on the way there.
Another potential colony spot.
Oh, jeez. All right, they
Like part of them, they're like, we're too scared to go back in the pods. Is part of the reason for them to go in there. It's
okay.
kinda
They're
silly to me.
now
Johnny C.
again in the movie. They're detaching here. They're
Reasonable, yeah.
Yeah,
To
I
see
mean,
they don't-
understandable, but kind of silly in this situation for the
Yeah.
stakes.
That's what I don't get too, because it's become apparently more and more clear throughout the course of this movie. They're supposed to be colonists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they act like a bunch of scared millennials. through
Everybody
most of the
acts
film.
really bad. Yeah.
dude. This scene is so cool. They're like
Yeah,
now
look at that.
entering the atmosphere of this new planet.
I like that pilot chick.
Who? What else has she been
Even
in?
though she
hasn't been in a lot. I don't. Who? This
Unfortunately,
one, the main pilot
She's
girl.
like cool for 1 second.
And they're talking about tits.
Now
Fan
they're
service.
going- Fan service. Now
Okay.
they're going back and forth on just regular banter,
Yeah. See, they're trying to get a little bit of that, like
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 the comedic relief, maybe.
no, just like the way
What?
the way the group gelled, and like going back to the first Alien movie, it's like they wake up out
Oh
of
wait,
cryo
listen,
sleep.
listen. Like,
Yoga.
where does that come
This
from?
is why
Like-
you need to do yoga.
Like he hates
yoga
space,
plug.
and he's dropping in space. So like, why does the yoga?
I
where
don't
does yoga
know.
come
I
in for
guess
that?
I don't know. For all the yoga lovers out there, you
Yeah.
got a plug.
Well,
all
I
right.
mean, like,
there was one
yes.
dude who
And-
recommended yoga in space because the other guy was distressed.
Like falling down while you're dropping. On
I
this planet?
don't
Like,
know.
why
I
don't-
think that was meant to be funny.
Does
Maybe.
yoga for like meditation, maybe.
There's,
I
isn't that the position, the downward deorbit?
I wish I knew.
Jeez.
But yeah, going back to it, it's like they're trying to get that banter going because in the first movie, Alien, they really gelled as a group. You could see it in the way they interacted with each other. They kind of woke up and started talking shit to each
Yeah,
other.
there's like whatever.
It felt very
But
natural.
their banter was just so much
Natural.
more authentic. It
Yeah.
was just so it would just flowed so much better. They were
Yeah.
even
yeah,
and
It was-
they were
they weren't even trying. They were
they
just
weren't even
kinda
trying. It just kind of rolled off their tongue like, "Hey, asshole," So
just wake up, start talking.
yeah,
shit,
it's very
as
very
you do.
cool. Here it seems like you said, Johnny Appleseed,
Hey.
a little forced. With the
Johnny
whole
C.
Johnny C. Like a little forced.
Bruno Diaz.
Bruno Diaz. A little forced. The yoga plug. I don't know. Bad joke. Bad writing.
Yeah,
Chalk
bad,
it up to whatever you
weird
want.
plug, yeah.
But dude, again, this scene where they're flying like over the mountainous hills and
Well,
and
they
all the
landed in
terrain.
Iceland,
This is a
apparently.
good scene, right? This is cool.
So where's this, Iceland?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I don't know. Could be
Northern
Iceland.
Ireland?
I don't know. Actually, no. It's in space. It's in the new planet. Duh.
Yeah.
Shit.
They're just saying it kind of looks like Iceland.
Pay attention, Javier.
It was shot on the other planet in outer space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually shot there.
Right.
So okay,
Like
now
that
they're
looks
like,
tight as shit.
yeah, I
Look at
know,
that.
hovering over the water, just
Look at
kind of
that
land. It's
ship.
kind of like a.
That looks real.
Yeah, it does look very good. It looks very good.
Right. Which is a shame. We're talking about the entire movie. We're going to be talking about how great the effects are to cover for the rest of the movie shortcomings.
Well, yeah, except the aliens.
That-
They like them.
Oh God, don't even get me started, guys.
We're
ladies,
about to get
ladies
started.
and gents. Once we experience the first Alien, you will hear me bitch like no other. I have a whole. I could probably have my own entire session based on the shitty aliens in this movie. Hold on, we need a refill here, guys. Yeah. All right. Try not to spill that.
For those of
Johnny.
you following along at home, Deer Park.
Oh yes. Don't spill the Deer Park, ladies and gents.
Maybe not in front of the mic if you don't want.
Wait, my bad. It might be Aquafina here.
All right, guys. Okay, so they are now deboarding their pod, so to speak.
Yeah. Another gripe for this movie is they don't act like they're on an alien planet at all. Like,
Well,
they don't
because
take
it
any of their-
resembles something that's
Well,
habitable, something
it's
that's they even
still-
run into wheat, right? They're going to run into wheat.
Yo,
Like,
if
oh,
I
this
was
is
They
in
wheat.
landed in
space-
Iceland.
If I was in space, I would
They
be
probably
not,
just made a
I
U-turn
would have a
and went back
suit
to
on.
Earth.
No matter what they tell me, I would be doing like biohazard, like hazmat, like everything. Like,
Right?
there's
You
no
know what?
way.
They don't have any exterior
And
like
it's just
helmet,
me, not
anything,
even a
right? Like,
scientist. Terraform, like, come on. They're
true.
like, oh, it's cool. I'm like, no.
That's actually because in
telling me- you
Prometheus,
telling me you're
they
going in
all
there? They had the
they
suits,
all
yeah.
leave their pod with like full on head
Yeah,
suits.
and
even
the guy's like, "Oh, it's good," and then he
even
takes it off,
David
and,
in
yeah.
Prometheus, he said, "Hey, I just like to mimic,
Right.
what it likes to be or what it is to be a human."
Well, but in Prometheus, also the moon's not supposed to be inhabited, so they only find out the air's breathable
Right? No, you're
in
right.
that local
no,
area.
You're
That's
right.
true.
You're right.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
The rest
But
of
even
them-
still, like, it's an unknown.
the little
planet.
Mars, the
Like,
little
come
Mars
on.
rover just rolled out.
Spirit, opportunity, something. Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. All right, so they are just walking through this little wheat patch.
Jimmy.
this guy knows yoga and
What's it? JVR is not sloshed. He's not dropping.
He is tangled up.
Headphones all over the place. He's good. He's good. He's good.
No.
He knows yoga and wheat. Yeah.
It's totally fine.
All right, guy. Just calm down.
Okay, so bunch of colonists walking. Now hold on.
Turn up.
These
turn
guys.
this up.
This one.
The movie.
These guys. All right, turn it up 1 second. So these guys aren't colonists though. They are crew. They are part of the crew, right?
No, but
They're like.
but the crew is going to be part of the colony. They explicitly say that when.
Well,
Yeah.
these guys are walking around with their their AR-15s.
That's what I mean. These are the people that are awake to do these type of
Yeah,
things.
they're the crew. They're supposed to be the professionals.
So this is like the crew. So
Yeah.
they shouldn't be that shook or that frightened or that disturbed that they're
They
going
don't
on.
act like they are, yeah.
Right. I guess.
But they should be more.
They should be better prepared.
Yeah, better prepared for an alien planet. Like you don't know what the hell's on there.
Yeah.
What's coming? They are armed, but at the same time, they're not acting like they should. They should. I would be way more precaution.
Yeah.
Take more caution. What's going on
And we got
on
Jesse
this like
Smollett.
unknown planet? Was some like crazy signal that you got? So there's obviously. It
Okay.
sounded like a distress.
Jesse
signal.
Smollett just kissed this girl on the forehead, so I take it that's his like significant other or hookup or whatever.
It turns out, most of these crew members are married.
I
in
swear,
some
this is
way.
like a love triangle.
there's a lot of them that are
orgy
they're all
fest,
couples,
right?
yeah.
Everyone's a couple.
Well, that goes back to being colonists.
We
The
just-
idea was, I mean, as
That's true, yeah,
as
that's true.
Captain Orum's wife told him, is like, you're the captain now, but when you land on the planet, they're going to be your neighbors because they're trying to all set
I
up
know.
colonies.
That's
I
later.
know.
That's a later
It's just.
scene.
It's
Spoiler
that was
alert.
earlier.
It was?
earlier, yeah, when he was taking over the captaincy.
That's true. That's true. Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
we're talking
retract
at
my
him.
spoiler alert. Sorry.
I'm wrong. Johnny C's wrong.
Sorry, Jack Daniels, John Daniels retracts.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Sorry.
Um,
Okay, so again, still
also, why did they land so far away?
Yeah, I
from.
don't- I
Oh,
don't
right.
get
They
that.
had. So
I
what they
don't-
say? They had
They
how
had in
many?
the water,
Did they
too.
say 5 kilometers or 8?
It's like 8 kilometers.
8 kilometers, which is what 5 miles.
Yeah.
So they
more or
have to
less.
walk 5 miles. I'm like, yeah, we'll be back in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So they
That's
must
not-
be like
that's
really
not that bad.
5 miles.
That's
Uh,
like 2 hours.
And he
So
just
hike
mentioned
five-
there's elevation involved.
Well,
so
well, they
if
have
you're
got
to
they
hike
got 50 pounds of gear on their back and limited rations.
That's
It's
true.
not
Yeah.
like a.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's not like
longer.
walking here, alongside Roundtree Park or whatever.
Why
I
didn't
mean,
they go? Why didn't go? they
maybe
go
I mean
closer?
maybe they landed far away because of the uneven terrain. I don't know, but
Yeah.
that is a good question. Like,
That's a
why
spaceship.
the hell did you land so far?
You going into space and you
Or
can't fly
the
on
thing
top of a cliff.
hovers. The thing hovers, right? Why not just hover
Yeah,
over
that's what I mean. Yeah.
the main area and someone can either like rappel down or drop down or whatever.
Rappel or abseil.
Okay, now we have. Is it Captain Orem? Is that his name? With Captain's girl or wife or whatever she is, she's now exploring with this one other dude.
Yeah, and they're
It-
and now they can't contact each other. The
Oh,
the
right,
crew on
now
the ship,
they're- right.
the crew on the mothership can't contact the crew on the ground.
Because the storm's coming.
That's another thing that bugs me. They call the main computer Mother. Is again another callback to the first Alien movie, but it doesn't really seem as
So,
appropriate here.
What was the spaceship's name in?
Well, it seems
Prometheus.
like a standard
It
thing
was
they
the
call the
Prometheus,
robot.
wasn't it?
Oh, that was the name.
Yeah.
That was like the
name of the
interface's name.
Yeah,
I thought that was the name of the ship.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. But what like here, this thing is called
The Covenant.
the Covenant. The
Covenant.
ship, the vessel is called the Covenant, but they
Right.
call the interface Mother.
Yeah. I thought that's what they called the.
In
just the
Alien Resurrection, they called it Father.
Really?
Yeah.
So again, they're just trying to be clever and like,
Yeah.
the same thing but different. everyone try to pay attention, or like, look, it's new but not new.
Okay,
Or-
so this guy's smoking weed or
Does
whatever,
he not
right?
see this?
He's smoking weed, and there's some type of interaction with some airborne particle, right? There's something that he just wakes up. So, something happens, right?
I think he sat on or stepped on her.
No.
He stepped on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he step on it?
he
Or
stepped
he
on it.
released something?
The spore.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, now for whatever reason, this thing crawls into his ear canal.
It's its job.
Yeah.
And now into the ear canal, into the
That's why there's like,
Skin.
oh, there's no bugs or animals or whatever, because it just like
and now he's scratching his
any
ear.
life form, it just takes over.
And sad to say, this poor guy's a gunner. We all know it.
Yes,
And
he's done for.
Everyone knows it except
You
him.
don't even have to watch or see the movie to know that if some alien thing,
Crawls in your
spore,
ear, you're
crawls in your ear
gone.
canal, you're pretty much dead
Right.
You're dead.
on arrival, right? So just
I've known that ever since Wrath of Khan.
yes. All right.
So
now they've just found the
the ship from the
ship
previous
from
movie.
Prometheus, which was used to take the former scientist, who's now, well, I don't want to give her status, but the scientist lady, and what was David, right? They traveled. They're like, hey, we can still fly this ship. All right.
Actually,
The
is it? It doesn't even make any sense.
What? No, there was a ship. He said he could fly it, right? In Prometheus.
they left. At
Yeah,
the end of
they
the first,
rolled
at
out.
the end
They-
of Prometheus.
he was
Right.
in pieces, but he was like, hey, if you put my head back
She's
together.
like, yo, take me to them, and then that's where they were going.
Yeah.
And that's the sequel I wanted to see, which is
What just the
technic-
journey for
No.
just
To
To
David
the
and her.
engineers, Yeah.
them going to the planet and then her landing and,
Yeah.
and then confronting the people, which
And-
they'd probably kill her, but that would make more of an interesting movie of them surviving on that planet.
Yeah.
But this is what happened instead,
Yeah. The movie just
which
keeps
is a
resetting
lot less
everything.
interesting because it just remakes the same. It's just the same
Yeah,
movie over
it's
again.
hitting the same beats, and it's like we've seen
Yeah.
this. Yes, you crawl into the derelict, you find something you're not supposed
yeah,
to.
yeah, that's what I
Bad
mean.
things happen. It's like, yeah, been there, done that. Bought the T-shirt, done the
Two or three-
poster.
Bought the T-shirt
two or
and the
three times.
poster. Downloaded the app.
2 or
Yeah.
3 times already.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. This is right. This is kind of a redo of. It's
just
very similar to
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Which is very similar to Alien.
Yeah. So just
Well,
rehash upon rehash.
Prometheus was supposed to be the prequel, and we can talk about this for a while, right? Wasn't it supposed to be the prequel to Alien?
It is, which
It
Kind
is,
of
it is,
but
it
then
is,
isn't
it is.
because at the last
Yeah.
minute it got changed around, so it's not a direct prequel. So you end up having to go to Covenant.
which I'm
How-
hoping that somehow.
How is it not a prequel though?
There's
they
still
don't-
hope that the sequel
they
to this
introduced so many
movie
new
will
elements
loop
and-
back around to it.
and answer just make so many more new things into there.
Well, my theory is the sequel to this movie is going to loop back around to the original Alien. That's my theory.
It did better.
that
because
actually
otherwise-
that would be logical with the
After
timeline
watching
because
this
this is
again-
before this so Covenant is supposed to be before
Yeah,
Alien.
yeah.
And this is
Watching this
Prometheus.
again makes me think that there's. still
And I
gonna
swear
do
the
that.
years, I swear.
But again, the movie's hampered by the fact that they're having to undo most of Prometheus
I swear the
to
year
loop
doing
back
it over again.
around
That's what I'm
to
saying.
get to the beginning of Alien.
John
doing it
Daniels
over
here.
again.
The year for Alien, I believe, takes place in 2120. 2120. Whereas this movie, on the little opening credits or the little screen, it showed 2104. So if we're looking at years,
16 years later.
right? So
So technically, the Nostromo's already out in space.
During this time.
yes,
They're getting
that-
ready to
No.
launch.
yes, because this is again.
Then no, that doesn't make any sense.
Listen, Prometheus was
Well, they-
before Alien.
'cause
This is
this-
a sequel to Prometheus. This is 10 years after.
I know.
And it was a really long round trip. We got to look that up, Jimmy. Here again speaking, we need to look up what the expected round trip was for the Nostromo going out to the frontier and bringing back the ore and coming back to Earth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's a long ass trip. The crew's got to be in cryo sleep.
We got to when we watch that one, we got to see how long they were in, if they mentioned that, or how
Yeah.
long it would
Yeah,
have
is that
taken
when
to
is that when they left or on their way back?
that. So the course for Alien to LV-426, that was returning to Earth when they intercepted the signal,
Right.
and then they had to go and deviate and go to investigate, and that's where they found
And
the
that's
first.
supposed to be this same time as this.
No, that was
It's supposed to be
16
after
years
this.
after 16 years after Alien Covenant.
Oh, okay, so there still is time.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
There's now again, guys, everyone, whoever's listening, check my facts. But I think in the opening scenes for Alien, it reads as 2120 and then Nostromo.
Right.
So I think that is the year.
So if he is making another one of these, I'm assuming.
It is. It's already been
Yeah.
announced, guys.
Oh, okay,
They are
okay.
coming
Yeah,
out with a
God.
third
Yay. Okay.
part
yeah,
of
yeah.
this series.
So if that doesn't
Right.
connect to
I think
Alien,
next
then
year-
Honorable.
these are all terrible.
Right,
How dare
honorable.
Ian Marcellus Ignatius II Esquire will take this opportunity to breathe a heavy sigh.
Oh, please, JVR. Come on, JVR.
They're making another one of these shit fests.
It's not another. Okay, it is the
Yeah,
third
it is another
part.
one.
Right, it is. Yeah. So, and it's not complete shit. I take it you're not a fan. I think that's you're not a fan of this one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we're at that point where we've had more bad movies in the franchise than good ones.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even.
Just like Predator.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't even get me started on
Yeah.
Predator.
Can we?
Yeah.
We gotta
Let's
do.
we
What?
have to do
The
no, we don't-
Predator?
no.
The Predator, the
We gotta
new
do-
one.
we gotta
Do you want me to cry?
I love that movie.
Shut up.
I'll get the flu that day or something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
will.
I love
will-
how bad it is.
I will. I'll tell you what. I'll join that podcast if I am like asleep, drunk,
Yeah.
like just passed
Nudge
out.
you everyone.
Yeah, just put
Nudge
the
you,
headphone.
nudge you awake every once in a while.
Yeah, put my headphones on. Just
Yeah.
pretend I'm like responding with my heavy sighs.
We'll just have the microphone. Like,
To be
turned
honest,
down. You
I
can record
haven't
your
even-
snoring.
I haven't even seen the Predator. I've seen
Oh,
bits and
man.
parts, and
trip.
I've heard it's just the worst thing in
It's
life.
terrible.
And
Yeah.
I heard it's just the absolute
It's a comedy.
worst.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not
It's a
intentional
it's a
comedy.
Predator spoof movie, like Naked Gun, or like Hot Shots.
They
or
didn't even
something.
know it was making a
Yeah,
spoof.
yeah.
They made a spoof of itself
Yeah,
on
yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
No.
I don't know whoever said it, but they said that history repeats itself. First is tragedy, then it's farce.
Okay, guys.
That's
so,
definitely happened to the Predator
Yeah,
series.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
happened to this
So-
series.
That makes sense. Yeah.
so we're at the scene where now, I guess this is what, like
The guy's breathing the spores.
Act 2. This is like the second. We're now getting into it. The guy who had the spores,
in his ear.
this
in
part's
his
crazy.
ear.
Yeah.
right? This dude is now just
Okay.
vomiting massive amounts of blood on this poor
Blood's
girl.
all over you. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, this guy can barely even breathe, let alone run back to the little pod ship, right?
This
He's
is what
about to
confu-
make it.
This is what confused me. Everyone suddenly starts panicking and freaking out. It's
I mean,
like,
They can't handle it.
you're colonists. You're supposed to know what the hell's happening.
I mean, when you see some guy
You have
throwing up
procedures.
massive amounts of blood, yeah, there are quarantine procedures, which I'm sure they should have at least
They're just what they're
documented,
doing right now.
followed.
That's a point in like every other movie.
Right,
Appar-
the quarantine process. Does he need to be quarantined? They even mention it here. Tennessee is asking, "Hey,
Yeah.
does he need to be quarantined?"
Yeah, but apparently they're so.
This guy
incompetent,
looks
they-
like The Walking
They
Dead.
can't seem to
They
recognize.
I
can't
mean-
deal with the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. They're supposed to be colonists. This is what gets me about this movie. They're supposed to be colonists going out to build a new frontier, build like their homes in the middle of space, out in the middle of nowhere, be self-sufficient. Just be able to handle what comes along. I mean, they're specially selected to fly spaceships for
Dude, I
Christ's
swear to God, if Tennessee doesn't take out that goddamn hat,
sake.
Jesus Christ,
I
man.
like
Ship
the
to
hat.
screen, knock it off.
I will shoot that hat off his ass.
See, that hat takes the place of characterization.
Ugh.
It does.
Okay, this guy is like
Oh, see, there's another callback.
exploding from his back.
See, she's just like a weaker response.
Okay, now
to
who's this
blood.
traitor girl who locks
This
them
is
in?
my
This
favorite
girl,
part. Look, this is her best.
dude,
This is her best
who
part.
is that
She's
girl?
like, whoop. I'm
Why?
out.
Who is she married to? Who does she locks? That's
She's-
Tennessee's wife.
Yeah.
That's Tennessee's wife.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's Tennessee's. That's his wife. Let me
She
yeah.
doesn't handle well under
let me see if
pressure.
I can find her silly ass name.
But at least she's smart enough to lock him in there.
What's her name? Is it Daniels? No. It might be Daniels. Or Ferris. Is it Ferris? Hold on. Let's see if he mentions it right here. Come on. Say her
This is
name.
like, yeah, suddenly they're like having a domestic situation in the middle of like she's freaking
They all
out.
are. Yeah.
Again,
it's like-
some sick love triangle.
At the risk of sounding stereotypical, it just millennials, I guess. I don't know, millennial space trip.
Jay. Javier. There are millennials
Well,
listening.
she locked him in.
Oh, that's Ferris, right?
And
Did he
she's
say
not-
Ferris?
And she's not letting him out.
Did he say Ferris? So Ferris is Tennessee's wife, I think.
Right.
I mean, not like it matters at this point, but okay.
They're all gonna
Shit
die.
is hitting the fan.
Also, what's your flamethrower?
Dude.
they obviously haven't seen aliens, so they
This
don't know.
guy is having like, I don't know what.
But that fully justifies the quarantine procedure. However, this is what gets me.
And what is she doing?
Why is she hugging him? I would not hug. I would probably just. I don't know what I would do. I would not hug that guy.
See, everyone
if
just
he's-
freaks out and starts panicking. I mean,
Okay, now. So this spore.
A
Now
blob fell out of the dude's back.
this spore, like,
She's like, I'm out.
became I guess,
Oh
an
wait,
alien
this is her best part. See,
and came out of the
she
back.
immediately goes
So this
and
is-
gets the gun.
This is okay. How? Okay, I guess this is like the new evolution alien where he just comes out of your back. He like comes in your ear.
No, it's actually the old evolution alien, which is another thing. This movie
This
has
is-
has
this
to
is-
Hold on.
go
Yeah.
into so
How
many
is it
circles
old? This
and
was an
iterations.
airborne thing, right?
This
It
is
was an,
precursor.
Right.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It doesn't make any
Oh, okay,
sense.
okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah. No, you guys are right. You guys are right.
And this is the thing. she
These are the-
slips on
these are the
bus.
pre-aliens.
Look at it. It walks upright immediately. So like what?
So
How
these
is
are
it
the
more
no right.
advanced
These
than the other one,
aliens should
than the
be
facehugger?
before the xenomorphs. These are not xenomorphs. The
Not
xenomorph
yet,
is the face hugger
Right.
one. Right. Okay, got it.
It already has limbs and stuff. Like what?
Okay, so this is the before.
Look, she
So
grabs
how
the
is the
shotgun.
before more evolved than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
xenomorph? Right. I think that's the question,
Look at
right?
it.
Yeah, I know this guy. It's already
And again, it
predatorial.
goes
It's
back
got
to
its tail pointing at the girl.
She knows how to kick at least.
And
Good
here
for
we
her.
go with the baby noises. What's up with the baby noises? Like, like
Little
It's
clicker.
a baby xenomorph. Or baby.
baby,
And then look-
baby.
It doesn't even look like she's trying to get it off.
Yeah.
This is where I'm just like, okay,
Bad
come
CG.
on, yeah, bad CG. Come on, guys. Like,
And this is my second favorite part here. It's like these people are all like,
okay, now this girl slips on some blood
Yeah.
while trying to blast
She
this
already
thing.
slipped on blood.
yeah. So everyone just
Now look, she has the 12. She has got a shotty with a slug,
Yeah.
right? And she's gonna shoot at that thing with the while it's on her face.
This is not a shotgun because if she shot it like a shotgun, then this thing would have been hit already.
No, it went. The round went up.
No,
she
look,
slipped.
Watch.
it's a slug thrower apparently of some kind.
Oh, let's see what it is. All right, now we got this little
And
Prehistoric-
She, the other one. She dropped that one. Has to go get
prehistoric
the other
alien
one.
that just
Yep.
broke through the little
Immediately
the
lost
little
the
door,
shotgun
the
because
little.
he slipped.
It's
Okay,
like
now what's
everyone
this
suddenly
thing?
grabbed the idiot ball at once. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what do I do? Slip on some blood. Let me blow myself up. It's
Okay.
literally what she's doing
See,
right
how
here.
is she not hitting it? Oh,
I don't
she did hit it. She
know.
did hit it.
I
Cool.
swear that's a slug. That's got to be like a 12 gauge. Look at it. Or maybe.
Yeah, how's she missing all these shots?
I don't know. She needs to go back to the range and stop like shooting at incendiary devices
and
because
she
she just
killed
got
herself.
blown up.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's
the
like-
little thing runs away. You saw it
Yeah.
run away, right? The
She
little,
blew
the
her-
little thing got out.
She blew herself up and the thing got away.
and
okay.
the ship and,
And
the,
the
thing got
ship
away. It's
and all the fuck. Okay, so now Tennessee's wife is dead, right?
And this
so,
guy's wife is dead.
like breathtaking incompetence.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this and the captain's wife is dead.
the
right?
true sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got dead James Franco, who's uncredited,
What?
and then we got we got
oh, the deaths. Yeah.
yeah, and then we got dead. We got dead Tennessee's wife Ferris
on fire, falling out.
Well,
of the
she's
ship.
on fire right now. She's just stumbling out of the little, little
And
walkway thing.
Dead
And then
Orm's wife.
Dead Orm's wife. So we got
Okay.
3 dead significant others. This is like a Jerry Springer rehash of
Second-
I don't know what, right? This is
Second
like,
spore victim is about to.
Walter is not
Explode.
impressed.
yeah, Walter's just like, okay, now this guy is still like vomiting. Okay, that's disgusting. So
Again,
this
the-
guy vomits
Immediately, they're not
the
shooting.
alien.
They
Yeah.
all.
So does the alien just come out of any orifice?
Any
Is he
convenient
just
orifice,
like
yeah.
I think it just depends on the way because it went into his nose and the other one went into his ear.
again with
Yeah.
the baby? I don't get what the baby giraffe noise is. What
And
what is
that
the
looks
deal?
stupid.
Like what? Why? What
That
is
was
the deal
bad.
with the?
He's intrigued.
I just can't. I can't. Right? I can't.
Walter's
I
intrigued.
can't.
Again, it's a structural problem where like engineered the virus in Prometheus, engineered the xenomorph form in Prometheus to be like this airborne virus thing, and then you suddenly got to come up with rationales and reasons why it has to be an egg that latches onto your face.
Because that's his new perfected form that he made, which is
Right.
that's like it's so
It's,
it's
bullshit.
dumb, yeah.
But there was only they only needed to do that because they started out in Prometheus going, oh, what if it's a little thing you like put in someone's drink and he drinks it, which is
Yeah, they
what
changed it. Yeah, yeah.
David does to what's his face.
And there's Tennessee saying he never heard his wife scared before. I mean, how long have they been married? Jesus, like,
You go into space.
hey, buddy, married for like 30 days, then go to space.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the heavy duty. We got the AR-15s. They got the little lasers. They got their scopes.
Apparently a gay couple, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it
No.
is? I thought they might be gay.
Maybe.
Yeah, because this guy. Hold on, let me see. Did he?
He says something like "Love, my angel" or something. Or
Did he say something like that? Right?
Yeah.
He says something,
he's
right?
got the ring on.
Did
See,
he say that?
but they didn't make it. They didn't make it like clearly evident. If you're just watching it for the first time, you don't really notice that.
Yeah.
Look, Walter actually realized he's
Okay,
useful.
now look at this big ass thing. Does it grow that? It's huge, right? It's the size of a lion, right?
No, not a lion, but it is big. But they
Or
do
a
grow like-
cheetah. It's a cheetah.
But they
Does it
do
have a
grow like
mouth?
that.
Look at this thing. It's huge. I mean,
And all these shots,
only
why
been,
are they
like-
missing? I don't understand.
well, number
Why-
one, they're all shooting in a circle. So you're going to be shooting like your buddy if you miss, right? I mean, no, they're hitting it. They're hitting it. And the thing is just running away. So
I'm saying they surrounded it, and
how,
they all.
how
didn't
is it
shoot
immune to, I mean, what is it, a 5.56 round, right? How is it immune to this rifle round? How? Like, what?
Yeah. So again, Jimmy says there's like these colonists are all stunningly incompetent.
Yeah,
Is the impression I'm getting. It's
The-
not so much the alien is scary, so much as they're just all retarded.
yeah.
Okay,
they're all
now, okay,
bad.
so this thing is immune. This thing is immune to AR-15s because they've been blasting it, right?
It's
It's,
like-
you can hear little giraffe sounds, which I hate. By
They're
the way,
getting taken
this is
out
John
by little-
Daniels, and I hate. Look, it's going right.
If
The
you
little giraffe
realize,
sounds. And then we got old school David here, who blasts up a flare, and they're scared of that.
Yeah.
So they're not scared of
The
rounds
light?
in the head, but he shoots up like a flare gun.
also in the other movies, they're fully grown aliens with their like humans were taking on, so that makes sense for them to be taken out. But these are they're fighting baby little aliens,
Yeah.
and they can't even handle it.
Well, no, they're shooting them, and they're like immune. What are they, bulletproof?
Yeah.
Are they Wolverine? I mean, what? I don't
Apparently.
get it. Right? That's the one thing I don't buy. I don't get it. I'm like,
So the other conclusion is David's hybridization. And, oops, I guess we're jumping ahead, but his efforts to make the aliens into our xenomorphs have made them actually weaker. It's just all.
again, this is where it starts to kind of like hit me. I'm like, okay,
The whole thing's just falling apart.
is this turning into like Fantasyland?
I feel like,
is
I
this
feel
turning
like he's
into
doing
like?
it on purpose almost.
He's running the whole train off the rails.
yeah.
Just
He's like
because-
everything bad. Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. I mean, at this stage where they're like making the little giraffe noises and they are immune to AR-15s and they're just running around.
Yeah, I seem to
thi-
recall,
this is where I kind of just my heart
Jimmy here
fell a little bit. Just
It's like where they're like in the second movie, Aliens. They set up a couple of automatic turrets and actually clean up on the aliens themselves. They shoot a bunch of them.
Yeah, they shot a lot of them.
They're not
wait. Are
Super-
you?
supernatural creatures, you know. I mean,
Oh, you're not degrading Aliens, the second
Right.
one. No, I
Right.
love that one too. That's
Yeah.
an amazing
The
movie.
creatures-
The first
were-
two are like the best.
Yeah, the first two are the best.
And there were real
That's it.
creatures with real weaknesses.
Right, the auto turrets that it was
Tore through
Michael Bain, who I
Michael
forget
Biehn,
what his
yeah.
name. His
Michael
name is
Biehn?
Yeah.
no. What's his name in the movie? It's Someone Wake Up Hicks.
Hicks.
Yeah,
Right, that's the
yeah.
line. Hicks.
Mhm.
Yeah. He sets up the auto turrets,
And
or
so
at
they're
least
not-
he's reading them as they go down, and they do manage to wipe out a bunch of the incoming
right.
ones.
So they're
like-
not immune to gunfire. You know.
right.
So,
So the xenomorphs, even at like when they're in their adult stage, they get blown to bits. They
Right.
literally do.
so they're not supernatural creatures. They're
Right.
nasty and they're really
Right,
vicious.
and that's what I'm used to. And then here, it's like these guys are running circles around people with AR-15s,
With their green lasers, and they're
biting
still
the
not shooting them.
hand,
Yeah.
biting. They have a flesh eating like
Future
no
assault
flesh eating like
rifles.
the thing bit Walter's hand and it just melted it.
Well, I guess he got a little blood on it or something.
I
I
don't know.
presume he-
It's just so much coming at you, and I'm just like,
He put it
okay,
in his mouth.
what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys doing? All right, so now they're walking into the temple with heads.
And then
Yeah.
not asking this guy questions on the way there.
Right, they're like, who the fuck are you? I mean, wouldn't you ask that? Like,
Yeah. And he asks who's in charge, and they got to think about it for a minute. So our captain's not very effective here. He
he's like,
says
yes,
he's
I'm the captain.
And then. they
And
ask-
trusting a stranger, like.
well,
And
Yeah,
then
would
they
you
saved
fall? I mean,
you on this
well,
crazy-ass
okay, so
planet.
that
I mean, I don't know.
To be fair-
the little lion was eating all of them, right? The cheetah thing. I would follow this guy too. I'd be like, okay, just get me
no,
out of here.
to be fair, they've been trained to listen to androids or to trust androids.
Well, they don't know
Yeah.
he's an android yet.
Well, they know him exactly, obviously.
Yeah.
No, he's got the little hood, Magneto hood.
Maybe.
Hey, Magneto.
Right. But I figured they'll immediately trust an android because they haven't gone bad. Like,
Yeah.
even Ian Holm, like, everyone gets taken by
Okay.
surprise by how
He
little
just
he does.
he just took off his little hood, and they have no surprise that he is the replica of their Walter. They're just like, oh,
It's another Walter.
it's
a
another
Walter.
Walter.
Telling him.
So he's laying out what's happening. They kill the host or use him as an incubator. And now suddenly everyone's worried about quarantine procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are we infected?
after they
Can't take him back to. Did he say can't take him back to Earth? Is that
no,
what
they
he said?
can't take him back to the ship.
Oh, the
It's not
ship.
going back to
And
the
then
ship.
this
Oh,
guy
sorry,
is
sorry,
like,
yeah.
this guy's having like the serial killer's like daydream over, or like
He's like his wet
like
dreams.
miracle dream over
How
here.
many
Yeah.
quests?
Oh my god. And this is the only thing he's been wanting to do the whole time.
I know, it's like a dream come true for
I
him.
know, it's insane.
He's like, oh, I get to experiment with all these little jerk
Oh,
wads.
I guess. I mean, I get spoiled. Are we talking ahead? I get talking a little too ahead. Johnny
No,
C
we're
here
not.
skipping it.
Johnny C.
And then I like that word, necropolis.
Where do I know that word from? Is that Superman?
No, well, Metropolis is Superman. Necromunda is Warhammer.
Necromunda. I remember that.
Oh yeah, Warhammer.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's like, "Welcome, brother." To
Welcome.
to his other-
Welcome, brother. And he doesn't even say anything. He's like, hold on.
And they all should be asking a lot of more questions.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're
He's
kind of
like-
just stumbling around numbly from
Yeah.
situation to situation. It's like, who's the robots? I mean, because the
Hold on.
androids seem to have more emotions and like self-determination.
Oh,
than
he
all
is
the
up there
humans.
with him.
He's like, welcome, brother. No comment.
No comment.
All right, so now they're trying to get the signal.
Right.
And he's like, oh, it could be an hour, it could be days, it could be months.
Yeah.
That's really encouraging, Mr.
Mr.
Android guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Guy who's supposed to get us out of this nightmare.
Yeah, they seem to be fine with it. And for the storm that could last months, it only lasts like a couple hours anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but they
like
don't
half a
know
day.
that. I mean, well, yeah,
Mm.
that's true. It only lasts for a little bit, but they don't know that. I mean, to them, it's like, okay, if someone told me it lasts months and I'm
Also-
stranded, I'm like, okay, I'm about to die.
What's up with this planet here? Like, they have this little city area, and then there's nothing else around it. Like, it didn't seem
Well-
like there's a lot more like bigger city areas. Is this?
That's
Like,
not a question. It's just like
Kinda
really
weird.
good.
Well,
sacred
they
planet
landed
or
around the kind of like a farm-ish territory where they had
Right.
wheat growing.
well, they were
and
all gathered around the ship, like expecting it to return, like they were celebrating its return. I mean,
Well, I
I
guess
mean
some
later
other
on.
question-
Sorry, later.
Yeah, I got some questions about that. We'll deal with that as it comes on.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's
Comes in.
Jesse
And is
Smollett
that the
trying
only
to talk
one
sense into
populated
the
part of
captain.
planet? And it's like, what's
Well,
the
it's-
deal there?
Well, it's terraformed or human normal. So-
Okay, Tennessee's
I
trying
mean,
to get like
these
super close.
these OG people that created humans apparently.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the girl you like, Johnny Appleseed?
She's all right.
Dude, that's Jesse Smollett's girl, and she's
Who?
in cahoots with him about the whole
Uh-oh.
fraud thing,
I don't know.
or alleged quote unquote
Yeah, why is it the
fraud.
best part of this movie is like them just being in space or like aerial shots or
That probably,
Pretty much.
yeah. That, and don't forget James Franco being
The good
shot
stuff.
out into the middle of nowhere.
well set on fire then tossed into space.
Yes, set on fire.
And then
And then
I don't know. I got some
this
questions about
scene,
this architecture.
this whole scene with him and the robot should be with
A guy and a
every
girl.
other human. Like, why are they leaving these two alone?
Well, they don't distrust the androids yet. I think is the lesson that kind of gets made clear. In
No, well, I guess the androids is the only smart enough one to go in there and like get some info.
Yeah, because the rest of the humans are clearly incompetent.
Yeah.
That's a big part of this problem. They're supposed to be colonists, pioneers, frontiersmen, self-sufficient.
I think that's evident at this point in the movie. They are
They're a bunch of goldfish.
useless. I mean, they are like
Yeah.
that guy Wally, that movie, and then they're just like big lazy dum dums.
Yeah, it's like why even bother? I'm starting to think
Jay,
that they're just,
Javier, put a little ice in my water, please. My water with the lemon.
I'm starting to think that Covenant is just code name for BR.
Good.
And then obviously
Hugh?
this dude's setup in his room is like creep factor.
Dude, this guy
It's
is like,
yeah,
if you were to think of like a futuristic stalker, murderer, like
yeah, it's
just
like,
killer dude. Yeah,
I think
that's
we should
David.
all be taking more precautions.
Yeah, it's like having pictures like Hannibal Lecter up on his little cave-like wall. Oh, and there's his brother. Hold on, let me. Oh shit.
He's already cut his hair.
Hold on. Hello, brother. Okay, now they're gonna play the recorder or whatever the hell, the flute, whatever you want. I mean,
They're gonna play each
I
other
get it.
off.
So,
You know who plays the
so
flute?
this scene.
Picard plays a mean flute.
This scene is to distinguish former android to new android. Is that like they're
Right.
comparing one versus the other? One can make, the other one can only follow orders, or direction.
Yeah, again, this is
Yeah.
Jimmy here. This is where like the movie starts to try to be philosophical again.
This is the point. This
And-
is his movie that he wants to make, and he's throwing the alien part around it. I feel
Yeah.
So
And
you're
for-
saying that the movie is more about the question of
the opening scene.
man, humanity, where we come from, and then he
Where we come
integrates
from.
alien
Also,
into that theme.
The next
Right,
stage to
very
that.
badly.
The
It's
next
like-
stage to that is this between half android that man created, and then the other newer model that he explains that he's different than him because it's like
Right.
10 years later. So
And they don't have that emotional
and
like
he
factor
complained,
or
and
emotional
he,
link.
And he says he's inferior because
They made people
he's
feel
even,
weird.
He's
He said
even
you
more limited than how limited he is.
Right.
So he can,
All right, so they're
And
playing
also-
the goddamn recorder thing right now, whatever the hell it is,
Which
the
it
freaking
sucks.
flute or whatever the hell this
It
is.
sucks to give credit or explanation to this movie. To
JVR, play. That sounds even better than David. Oh my god! Congratulations.
Thank you.
But it sucks because
Or better than Walter.
Johnny C here, because it actually gives good character or motivation to, or explanation to his character and his motivations, is
Right.
because they explain it, I guess in the scene, I think, is how he frustrated is being limited by he
Right.
can't create, and then he can't do imagination. He can't create his own orchestra if he wanted to,
Right.
even though he can technically,
can.
but he's limited not to. And so this is his outlet, is doing everything that he can able to in the
Right.
most fucked up way.
Experimenting,
Is
right?
creating new,
Experimenting.
is creating new
it's
things.
like a perverted shadow of the reproductive process. If you look at how
Yeah.
the aliens,
He has to create because
Right.
his creator created him, so he needs to have
He's-
that.
Right,
to
there was
fe-
a comment
to
here
feel
where
fulfilled. Yeah.
he has air to that impulse, but he can't express it because
Yeah,
he did express
so-
frustration with.
So he's limited to these crazy ass fucking experiments. So that's why he's doing what he's doing.
right.
Well, that's what I think.
Also, technically, here he's playing with himself.
Yeah.
What you mean playing with, like
It's Michael Fassbender playing with himself because Michael Fassbender's
playing with himself figuratively,
Yeah, with the flute.
robotically.
he's mechanically
Oh,
playing
listen.
with himself.
Hold on, let's hear this.
Well, unfortunately, our audience at home can't hear this.
Yeah, but guys, they are whoever's watching with us.
The
they're
flute scene when he's playing with himself.
right. He just taught him how to
He's
play.
explaining how
He's
frustrated
like,
he is.
congratulations, brother! You've
You have
made.
you have
you have
symphonies in you.
tunes. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Say it, Jay. Wait.
You have symphonies in you, brother.
One more
Yeah.
time.
What? Make people uncomfortable? Yeah, more like machines. So,
All right. So they're still
again,
talking.
I think that's a movie Ridley Scott wanted to make was something
Is
closer to
this
Blade
movie?
Runner. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Almost. Pretty much.
You-
That's
you
a good
wanted, you wanted
comparison.
to talk about like what makes a human, what the limits
it's
of
the
creation and expression
underlying
are.
theme, right?
Mhm.
The underlying theme of evolution,
But
right?
he's
The
trapped
underlying
by selling
theme
it under
of.
Alien.
Yeah, unfortunately, it gets tacked on an alien. Movie.
yeah. That's what I mean.
And
yeah.
it's
I mean,
kinda
it's a
like-
good theme. I just think it was not produced in the right light. It just wasn't.
It's kind of like putting a Ford Pinto in
And
hydraulics
that-
or something. You know, it's just
To his credit, that is the most. Those are the most interesting parts of this movie. Is
Yeah.
the David Guy Pearce, David Walter. That's like the meat of the movie almost.
right. It's the only part that makes any sense. Or it's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's the only part that makes any sense up until spoiler alert, guys. Well, yeah, he
Spoiler
started
alert.
making out with himself, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this? I'm just,
Yeah.
Which is natural.
Well, again,
which is normal for a robot.
thematically, if you think
Which
about
is
it,
normal
it's kind of
for
like
a-
for a clone of
clone.
Vane. He's actually literally masturbating.
No,
because he
but-
cannot.
So
procreate.
is that considered like robotic incest? Because it's his
No,
same
it's robotic
model.
masturbation because he cannot actually produce viable offspring. So he's reduced
Well-
to having to like self
No, he's
focus
even
on self. You know.
focus
Yeah.
on self, but then he finds homegirl here. He
He's got a 3D
pins
mirror.
her down. He's like, "Is this how it's
Oh
done?"
yeah, the later
Ugh.
done. Yeah, well, he does get
Yeah.
pretty creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it just turns.
Well, again, the thing. Well, without getting too far ahead of it, I guess, or if we're going.
he does say he has a missing screw loose or something.
Yeah, but the point being is like he has like some of the similar drive or need that humans do to reproduce, to pass on something.
I thought it was mainly his creator, like his. That's what he passed on to him, like his,
Right.
like
No.
addiction to finding out whatever it is out there, and that's his same impulse is to finding out whatever.
Okay, guys.
and
Okay,
he
so
can do like
so we're at the scene.
the limits of what you can find or whatever.
We're at the
Well, no,
scene
'cause
now.
The ultimate
where-
answer.
No, because he's fundamentally limited though, because he can't reproduce himself.
So he's
His
searching.
creator can create new life, but he can't create new life
No,
until
but-
he starts messing with the xenomorphs.
I meant like
Hey,
his. I meant like his passion. Like he passed that on into him. Like in.
Okay, so
because
here's
he
the
designed
thing.
the robot.
Yeah. But
So-
here's the thing: so this gets dropped off here on the crane. That's another
Yeah,
question.
so they're all okay. This is where he lands.
This
David
is
lands
pretty
on
cool.
the planet.
This
Right.
is really cool. This scene. I
Yeah.
mean, just.
right.
This shit's awesome. Like,
But here's the
this
thing.
this is my favorite part for Numi
Don't
Rapace.
the engineers
this is
know
redemption.
what this is? They.
That's
They just
another
figured
part.
it out. I think as they
Another
watch
part
it
I
drop.
don't understand is why are they all gathered there? And is this the only colonized part of the planet? And I
Right.
mean, it is a pretty big city. And
does raise a lot of questions.
they seem like
But they're already running. You can tell.
they were surrounded. They're like celebrating the fact that they're returning.
Well, they thought they didn't know it was David returning, coming
Well, I
to
know
bomb
that,
their
but I'm
ass.
saying like
you know,
I'm like trying to like what were they doing? Like what's going on here? Is
Well,
this some kind of
that's another question.
ceremony or something?
See, I don't know.
If you notice, like the clothes are all wearing, they all look like natural fibers. I kind of wonder, like, how technologically advanced or regressed they are.
Well, maybe they're so advanced that it's just the basic, simple less is more. Hey, we just have a very, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like essentially like what the people would wear back in, I don't know, whatever century.
Yeah.
But that's for Numi right there. I love that.
Yeah.
She's like, take me.
But
She's
also-
like, why are we not worthy? She's like, and then he fucking kill them all. Yeah,
Yeah.
just fuck them.
But this is what bugs me. That ship was found off in the mountains. The last time we see the ship in his flashback here, it's in the docking crane. So how to get to the mountains?
He just crashed it.
He landed it. He landed it in the middle of town.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on.
So
hold on.
if you
He landed it right now? You mean like
in that flashback we just witnessed,
he
did
landed it?
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
he put it in the docking crane and dropped the bombs off. A
Yeah.
crane came out the door.
oh,
yeah,
that's a very good observation. So he successfully got the ship
To where it's supposed to
the
be.
crane, right, to be
Right.
centered along whatever.
Right.
Everyone marveled and they were all like,
I was
"Oh
hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah."
look, the ship's coming back
Right.
in, yeah.
So why is the other one
But
crashed?
so why
Yeah.
is it crashed? What did he try to go somewhere else? Did he?
Did
but
Shaw
that's-
try to go
the
somewhere
black
else?
goo?
Or is that just,
the black goo that killed the people that were controlling the crane, so it crashed?
But it's way out of town.
It's just a gap. It's a gap in the story. Right? It's a bit of a gap in the story. It's
but
like
it's way out of town.
what? Like yeah. Why is it crashed and why is it way on the mountainside
That's true.
if it successfully docked on this crane? Right?
Well, at this point,
You know, I didn't notice that. That's
At
actually
this point,
very good.
At this point, she's still alive, right? Numi, or is she? Did he
The
kill her on
former
the way?
scientist, he may have. God knows what he did with her. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I mean, on the way, I don't know.
Hold on, guys. I need a refill with my Deer Park water. No plug for Deer Park.
Dasani?
And it sucks too because I really liked her in the first movie, and I was
Yeah.
like, even I did think she would probably die if she went to go face them, but I
Right.
thought it would have been way better than just this asshole.
Yeah.
Like whatever, and the way he explains how he rebuilt her and all that stuff, or she rebuilt him,
Yeah.
and like
Well,
that
yeah.
sucks, dude.
Again, it's a thing.
She got the worst rap because she
Yeah.
survived that ultimate first movie,
right.
and then just to get fucked over by the
Only to
dude
be
you saved at the
conveniently
end.
written out by the sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's the worst way to go.
So yeah, it just doesn't pay to be.
True horror.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They're like, it wants to be deeper. It just fails because it's got to deal with an alien, and it's like trying to like mash on two separate little streams of movie, trying to mash them together. It's not working because it's movie's coming off the rails. Then there's this chick who's trying to just patch herself up. So
The series franchise is off the rails.
Okay, who is this girl now? She's trying to clean herself up.
She's got attacked in the grass.
yeah, so she's trying to stitch up her wounds here.
She got attacked in the grass.
She got the black goo.
And she got nothing on Numi, who had to literally give herself an abortion and staple
That
Yeah.
was an awesome
I know.
scene. That was
She's
ridiculous.
awesome.
I think
She can't
if
be
I was in
taken
her
up by
position,
no
I'd
robot.
just be like, all right, just let me die, please. I don't even know
You
what
just
to do at
curl
this
in-
point. Just
go-
I curl into the fetal position.
Curl in the corner, yeah.
And that's like pretty much the best part of Prometheus. Again, it goes back to the whole franchise is like obsessed with body horror.
Yeah.
But body horror doesn't really make for a good platform to discuss existential issues. Or does
Okay, this thing doesn't have a face.
At least she reaches for the gun.
Yeah.
Well, okay, again,
Cool.
I mean, okay, yeah, I get it. It was a
Well,
cool kill,
they
cool
did-
kill scene. I mean,
It caught her in a very vulnerable moment. Just like
right.
licking wounds, you think you're safe.
Yeah.
Right,
Suddenly
right.
something
Yeah.
appears.
I mean, you see that thing, I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
I reached for my gun.
At
like
least
did.
she reached, right? At least she.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're getting radio signal back to the main
Right.
ship
Obviously, the service provider
because Tennessee hovered down. I guess what was it, 80 miles above, like right above the storm.
Yeah.
I think it was
Kenny
like a
Powers.
threshold, like right above the.
Yeah, they had she.
Kenny
Right.
Powers does what Kenny Powers does
They had
best.
to
and break
talk
rules.
Empire into going closer.
They had talking Empire, and then they had the little. They had a little talk. They
Are those both
pre-planned
HBO
it.
shows?
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah.
Probably.
What, Empire?
I
He's
don't know.
bound down Kenny Powers.
Dude, Empire was I think it was a Showtime.
Showtime, yeah,
Showtime.
it might
It was a
have been
Showtime
Showtime.
series, and then I think after the whole Jesse Smollett thing here, they keep showing his face in this scene, which is why I'm bringing it up, right? After that, then they killed him off, I think, or they got him
Oh.
off. Something happened where they immediately they did not air the next 2 episodes with him, and then I think eventually they just
Did he get
It's kinda
caught
like Kevin
for-
Spacey.
Well,
House of
his
Cards.
whole
Like,
no,
they're
the
gone
Kevin
now.
Spacey Jesse Smollett was even worse than Kevin Spacey thing. Everyone,
it?
I think Kevin
don't know.
Spacey still has a huge fan base. I think everyone just hates or loves to hate Jesse Smollett.
I don't know.
about that.
Well, because it was a whole thing. It was a whole big political.
They're all a bunch of things.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. All I know is this guy got in big trouble, and I heard that half his cast, more than half his cast, I think, hated his guts.
Oh yeah.
The other
I
half
heard
was sympathetic. You go, oh,
So,
poor
nah,
victim.
bro.
blah, blah,
No,
blah,
no,
blah."
Kind of like the exact
And then I
opposite
think
of James Gunn.
Terrence Howard, who's awesome,
Yeah, I wish he
Um,
was.
he's
I
a-
wish he
he's-
was War Machine.
badass.
This guy.
Okay, we're back to the alien scene. Sorry,
This
jumping
thing,
topics
yeah,
here.
just not
Okay, jumping
impressing me.
topics. This guy,
Okay,
this alien. Why is
yeah.
it? This thing is standing
So
up.
this part right here.
I don't
again,
get
gets
this.
Me.
I don't get that.
Well,
so-
this is his dream right
No,
here.
I get it. He created this thing.
Yeah.
But
This-
why
this
is it
is
not
his son.
devouring him? Is it not devouring him because it knows it was created by him, or because it's an
They can't eat him.
android?
They can't eat him, yeah.
It
No,
can't-
but that's
it
not the
doesn't
thing,
know,
though.
Yeah, he doesn't.
In Aliens,
No,
the
no.
Queen went through Bishop, the
to
android,
get,
and tore
to
it apart.
get through the other.
But
to
only
get
to
through
get
the
to
other
Ripley.
one. Yeah.
To get to Ripley, okay.
It was knocking him out of the way.
Not for food, just as an obstacle.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
This guy knows.
here we go.
this-
Captain now grows some
he's-
balls.
can
Captain is
actually-
now Captain Orem. He's a badass now. Now he's
Captain-
like, okay, I'm gonna. He's okay. I'm just gonna watch this.
Yeah,
real quick.
and he's like,
I just want to hear this scene real quick.
But we can't leave dead air on the podcast. Here.
Right. This is good. This is.
He's
Look,
talking
so
about horse whispering, and then this guy's pointing a gun at him.
yeah, you gotta.
he just blasted this thing. I mean, 2 shots right through the chest.
And then
3.
finally.
Oh, he's going full
shooting it
auto. 4,
works.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Now he's full auto. He's got over
Nice.
15 shots probably in this thing, and he gives him a nice little goodbye present straight
But
to the
that's
dome.
why he can communicate with them is because he's just a robot. Like
Yeah,
he's
Also,
like
another
smart.
callback to Alien 4.
Which
Really?
Resurrection
Yeah, remember Ripley talks with the
with
thing-
the newer.
But
it,
that's
it was
'cause she's
it was
part
the
whatever.
alien
She's
that
part
was
alien in
born
that
from a
movie. Yeah,
womb,
yeah,
not
Yeah.
from the traditional.
yeah. And
yeah. Also,
Not
so
from
look,
the
This
traditional.
is my favorite line. Look.
What?
what's
Oh,
going on?
no, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
fuck
gonna
up your
fuck
perfectly.
Up composure. Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna seriously
Yeah.
fuck up your perfect composure.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That's
Actually, the
his
second
only-
time I saw that movie, I was like, you know what?
That's his only good part.
This guy is not that bad. This
and
guy
then
is
for one
actually
second,
pretty
and then
badass.
he becomes,
Yeah.
and then he becomes an idiot again.
Well, then,
then he picks up the idiot ball right again.
Yeah,
he like
yeah.
dropped it for a second.
I mean,
Then
he
picked
grew.
it up
He
again.
grew a pair. He grew
He
a
shot
pair.
the
I mean,
alien.
he killed the alien.
He
He
just-
told. He threatened David, like,
he
"Hey,
saw
buddy."
David's reaction to how he reacted.
Oh,
to
I
the
would have
alien,
shot
so
David in the kneecaps
Yeah,
and be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Look, asshole."
What's
I don't
going
care,
on?
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like,
Even though he wouldn't have felt
obviously,
it because he's a goddamn
He's
droid.
like
but
sitting there trying to talk to the alien, and
he's
then
like petting it. He's like, "Oh,
sad that you
Yeah.
shot it. It's
breathe
like,
on
what
his breathe on his ass, and
a-
he'll
it's like,
love you
nah,
forever."
Nah, bro, no.
Yeah, usually I gotta pay extra for
Or whatever that was like.
Yeah.
What kind of like sick relationship you have with these things you've created? But
Yeah, and then
Right.
he immediately falls into his trap. It's like so
yeah,
stupid.
it's like dumb. He's like for just like 5 minutes he wasn't an idiot.
Yeah.
He
Not
was
even-
that,
not
no
even.
John, but Johnny
2.5
Johnny
minutes,
2
Appleseed.
seconds. Yeah.
Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny
I-
C here. What's up?
Johnny C. I definitely agree with you. That line from the captain was key. It actually like showed some like, okay, I
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm doing, right? It was cool. It was a very cool scene.
He
Yeah.
shot the alien.
He took charge of the scene. He became the captain.
He magically grew a spine.
He magically grew a
Yeah.
he magically grew a spine, and he for that one moment in time he actually knew what he was doing. And then he reverts. Well, not
Right
yet
back.
in the movie, but he will be reverting
yeah.
back
He'll
into.
pick the idiot ball right
an
back
So
up.
they
idiot.
finally got communications with the ship again, and then he's getting news that his wife.
Wait,
is
Tennessee
dead.
just got notified that his wife is
Yeah,
smoked.
Kenny Powers' wife is gone. He's finding that out.
This guy, this asshole, I swear, he's like cool. I mean, I don't know if he's maintaining his pilot composure, but he doesn't. He seems like he doesn't give two shits that his wife just got smoked.
Well, I think it's most of the human characters in this movie. They don't seem to emote very much at all.
Yeah.
True.
That's
And
part
then
of the
this
problem. I
guy's
think.
like, look at all my viruses.
Yeah, this guy.
Well,
Look at what I grew.
Yeah, it's like,
look
what?
at look at
It's
look at all
like
this.
James-
Look at all the crap
well,
I have in here.
Since James Franco's not here, look
Yes.
at my shit.
Yeah,
Right.
Look at all my
exactly.
shit.
Look at the next pile of shit that's in this
Exactly.
movie.
Look at all my, look
yeah.
at all my alien shit. Look at this.
He
motherfucker.
literally he has got drawings of these like
Yeah.
these things
And
here.
he's explaining to him how he freaking creates
So
aliens.
if I were the captain again, I don't know if I would shoot this guy or what.
I would.
but
Or setting
You
fire.
you
Yeah.
definitely have
Something.
your firearm pointed at him if you knew that he was generating or.
But again, like a lot of this, well, he kind of makes it work for him because he's carrying on the theme of just perverted reproduction, it kind of goes on from the first movie. He's building on that, but he only has to do that because they fucked it so much with Prometheus, where it's like, oh, it's like little like viruses in the air, where you can drop something, a drop in someone's drink and it pops up in their eye. Until now, how do we get from that really nice, efficient virus delivery device all the way up to, oh, you have to sit there and look at an egg for it to pop into your face?
Yeah. Well, it's designed
So-
for humans.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got
Before it wasn't.
we got
now it
David
is.
walking down into
So it's like the
this
human
cave.
Right.
aspect of it, which
But
is because David is.
David's
hu-
walking
is
into
a
this
ro-
cave,
human
and this
Human
fool
form, yeah.
blindly follows him. Like, oh, let me just
That's
go check out
another
this.
problem I have with this.
Now,
whole
what is this?
concept.
This is not a.
So
this,
he creates
What
the
is
egg?
this that houses the face hugger? This is the
A shell,
He
the
creates
shell
he
or the
creates
egg?
The egg and
This is the
face
egg.
hugger.
which means he had to create the queen that lays the egg that holds
Well,
the face
where's the
hugger.
queen? Where's the queen?
That's true.
Where
yeah.
the hell's the queen? Only the queen can lay these eggs that house
Maybe he
the
created
face
the
hugger.
no. He created the egg before the chicken.
Yeah,
Chicken before the egg, egg before the chicken. True. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
came-
Again, the evolutionary question, right?
Yeah,
It comes
yeah,
back
yeah.
to the theme of what came
Especially
first,
if you're
the
engineering
chicken or the
it.
egg, right?
If you're
What,
engineering it, you
right,
would,
and
you would
it
create
brings
the
in this
egg
new
before the
element,
chicken.
right? So I'll give it to Ridley on the fact that he
Right.
comes in with this evolutionary theme, right? This
Right.
plot, so to speak, this kind of like you were saying,
Unfortunately-
Jay,
Also, it's all
existential.
human based now, so it's
unfortunately, he's shackled to an alien movie, so he can only like go so far with it.
I mean, I get it. I see where he's going. I see what he's doing. It's just,
and this guy.
The-
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, this guy's just gonna look inside the egg. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
what?
something moving there. Let me put my face closer to it. Yeah, let me just do that real quick. Yeah, let me look
Yeah.
at it. Oh, face hugger to
Well,
the dome.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Okay, he's got a face hugger to the
he's
dome,
been
face
pretty
hugger,
crappy
face
the whole
hugger.
movie, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, he's not the sharpest tool, but I mean, good God, man.
anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, would anybody just? I mean,
Let me follow you down to
Let
your
me
dark
follow
basement.
David,
and then stick
who-
my face in your
who
egg.
you now know that engineered these,
Yeah, he's like
freak
totally,
aliens.
He caught him already. It's like, what are you doing?
Right. But again, it goes back to the other theme he's going with. It's like the perversion of the reproductive urge, desire. Also,
Yeah.
Loki's head is floating in the water here, or what's left of her. Found what's left of her.
Okay.
She's floating in the water.
Yeah, poor girl's still floating. She's still buoyant.
Right.
Her head's still got something in there.
Did they already show Shaw, or did we miss that? Or no, that's
No, they didn't show you.
oh damn! Spoiler alert! Sorry, everybody.
Spoiler,
Esquire
it's already
apologizes.
spoiler alert.
Esquire, come on, the second honorable
I think I already spoiled a bunch.
JVR.
I get thrown ahead way ahead of time too.
Yeah. It's, if you need to kind of throw ahead, just be able to talk about it. Just
And then
Yeah.
Discuss
right
the good and bad
now,
points.
now is finally when she's asking, "Where's David?" Like when
Yeah.
everybody's already dead. After everybody's already dead.
Yeah, she's.
I mean,
swear-
she
what is
was
this
on the
girl's
roof making
name?
a
What
call,
is-
but
what is the
still.
main girl's name again? Do I have to look this up?
I don't
'Cause
remember.
Hold
look
on,
it
let me
up.
just see
She's,
this damn
she's
thing.
just sad eyes, in my opinion. She's,
Sad Eyes, aka
Ryan Gosling, just yeah.
I don't even know who she is. Is she Daniels? Is that her name? Daniels?
Sure.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think that points out Jimmy here. Points out like a structural problem with the movie is the characters are so non-memorable that you remember it's Tennessee because he's got a hat and it's Kenny Powers,
Yeah.
and you remember it's Jussie Smollett because it's Jussie Smollett,
I still don't know it, man.
and you remember
Okay,
it's Captain
Tennessee is Danny McBride,
yeah,
Yeah.
but you keep referencing.
Kenny Powers from Eastbound
which is
and
the
Down.
HBO show.
Oh, duh.
So it's like you don't recognize the characters for the characters, but
And look,
just as
Okay.
I love
actors.
this. Look, I love
Johnny
this.
C. Your girl is Upworth. That's her name, Upworth.
Who?
Your
I don't
girl,
know
the
which
girl,
one it
the
is.
little Jussie Smollett's a little love girl, his little
Upworth?
girlfriend.
Oh,
Who?
The girl.
Oh, the
Jesus
ship, the
Christ.
captain,
the
the
little the
pilot.
mini captain. She's like, hey guys.
Yeah, she's right. She
Alright,
got a
so
snowblower
Daniels.
thing going on or something.
Okay, so now
But yeah, my favorite part, you made me miss it. He was throwing rocks at his face to get him to wake
he's
up.
like, wake up, Orem. Wake up, you
He's like,
shitbag.
hurry up, you little
Wake
lab
up, you
rat.
you.
But again,
Oh.
so they're going back to the first movie. Where,
Okay,
like,
so let me
the
get this.
alien processes.
Let me get this. The
perversion of
alien.
the-
Okay, now we're at the scene
it's
where it's
sped
burst,
up
the
in
traditional burst, right?
Yeah.
He's not having convulsions prior to, right? It
Yeah.
actually burst, and then he looks at it.
Crudup didn't sell me on the
It-
chest
it-
burst.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the one I can't stand this part.
And
okay,
then look,
the alien is coming out.
fully evolved.
Well, no, it's not fully. It's a baby.
No, it's a human form.
Look,
Look
this
at
thing,
this.
no,
is
no, no.
so dumb.
Okay, yeah. This thing
Well,
now
it doesn't
stands
look any
up.
worse than the little puppet from the first movie.
This thing
No, I'm
stands
saying
up
The
and
first
somehow
one, it was small and it
and
grew.
somehow salutes. Is this like a salute? Is this like a salute to David? Is it standing up and
This is his son,
and
man.
raising
This is
his
what he's been
arms?
doing. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
why?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
Why?
Hello, my
He's creating them.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did that scene just happen?
Because he's
Is
trying
there a
to strike
distortion
It's a terrible
effect
movie.
on this? Hold on. Where's distortion?
point.
Sorry,
No, the
guys.
effects
Hold
are
on.
off, but no, it's like no, please stop.
Sorry.
There she is. But the point is, it's like he's really hammering the point home. Jimmy here speaking again. It's like a perversion of the reproductive process.
There's only 3 of us.
That scene was.
Because it kind of carried through from the first movie, where it's like
horrid.
the
That
first
scene
movie was like someone compared it to like a rape. You know, the facehugger just inserts itself into the body, then this thing bursts forth out of
Why?
life. He's carrying that theme forward
Okay,
again
so
with
he
this.
he engineered these, right? The
What do you
little
mean?
white
It's
ones
the
are
same thing.
engineered. Wait,
Yeah.
the little white aliens they're engineered by David, right?
Right. It's a perverted
Okay,
reproduction.
they're still a predatorial like beast, so to speak.
Right.
Yet it comes out and it salutes him. Like what? Like
You call
what?
that heavy-handed symbolism, and it's like, Ridley, what are you doing?
What?
Come on, you're
What?
just a little
It's
too much.
not
Ridley.
even. It's not
Dial it
even.
back.
It has no biological ties. It has nothing. It's a robot.
I would
It's a
disagree with
robot.
you there. It's like he was attempting to maybe.
I know
But
he's
it's a-
emulating, he's mimicking, he's trying
It's
to
like maybe
illustrate.
like an imprinting process. It doesn't
It's a
really
human
belong.
form.
He's a
so
robot. He's got he's
Also,
a
the only reason that
robot.
happened is
he's
because
an android
the
or
the alien came out
a
fully
synthetic.
grown with. I mean, fully grown, but it had a fully little human body. And the other
Right.
ones, it was like a little snake thing and grew like out, and it didn't shed its skin and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah,
like this
the
one's
Oh,
like
I
automatically.
see what you're saying, but it
And
was
then this
it
one's
was,
like an automatically thing to be able to even make the
hold on.
mimic his
okay,
movements as
so
man or whatever.
that's another gap I see in the movie here. Okay, so
So that's bad.
wait.
So, yeah,
let's backtrack. Let's back.
going
Okay,
back to
hold on.
Alien.
Wait.
Oh.
This thing that just popped out of the captain's chest
Right. Popped out fully
came
grown.
from an engineered egg that David made. So it's not a true xenomorph, so to speak. The xenomorph would be something. Let's just reverse this, right? A
The engineers
xenomorph
made
is the alien that comes out of something that gestates out of someone's chest, which comes from a facehugger, comes from the egg from the queen. Queen, egg, facehugger.
So he's got to build the queen.
That's why it came out like in its little human form. That thing didn't come from a queen. He
Yeah.
created that egg.
It's
he
all
made
weird
it.
and backwards. Yeah.
He made it somehow.
You mean the
right?
egg?
So I
to
guess
make-
that's why it wakes up like you said in its little human form, its little
Yeah.
puppet
Right.
string kind of macaroni like form, right? And it's like, so I get it. It's different. I get it. I mean,
Right.
okay.
Again, it's
Also,
like,
I got a big theory about the end of the movie that I thought
We're at the
later.
scene where they're about to like make out,
They are.
and
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, I didn't really get
I don't
that
I don't
part
know the
either.
significance. So we have the theme of evolution. We have the theme of what should be a prequel. We have the theme of
Jimmy, not to put too fine a point on it, it's going back to the masturbation thing.
where he's all about himself.
Yeah.
Well,
Or if you want to be maybe
but so okay,
a little bit less
okay.
crude, he's
So
more like
masturbation.
angel and devil.
Okay, well, angel devil.
Good
Okay,
side,
so
bad side,
so he's
debating
making out with
themselves.
himself, but then 3 seconds later he tries to strong arm.
Not
girl.
so different, you and I.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay, he's just
Austin Powers.
he's kissing him right now.
And he's
Why?
like, "Yo, why?
Why?
Yeah, again,
why?
it
No,
goes back
I'm
to the-
also like, yo, why? What the fuck is this? Like, what?
It goes back to the
I mean, I
theme.
don't care if they're gay, whatever. But
But he did that to do that.
Yeah, he distracted him pretty much to.
He's like, what? And then he's like, oh yeah, okay.
so he just stabbed him through the neck.
You tricked
Yeah.
me. Fulfill gay
What was the
trick.
disappointment? The kiss or the?
Yeah, the kiss was disappointing.
The kiss was so disappointing. I'm
no
gonna
tongue,
stab
apparently.
you through the neck.
No, he's just frustrated that he doesn't share his vision,
But
the
he's
ideal of reproduction,
reanimating. They show this.
or his ideal
Like
of
he
like making new life, which is like seems to be like
So
the driving
Walter
force.
rebuilds himself, right? He like does something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Well,
the
kind of like Terminator
T1000.
2, he like finds an alternate power source and apparently
No. Oh,
No, he
Terminator 2, he
just-
does
he
find the
just-
alternate power
Yeah.
source, right? After
He's
the
just
T1000
reanimated himself 'cause
strikes
he's a
something
newer
through the
model.
chest.
kills him with the battery, which also renders T3
So here's
and
the-
the
Why
is that Terminator
following
2?
Well, no, it was a quick reference to alternate.
alternate power.
How he's
remember?
bringing himself back.
He disables the Terminator Arnie, and then
Oh,
Arnold.
he has the alternate
how-
power source.
Yeah.
Well, that's
okay.
how
He
that's
reboots
how
himself.
Walter's coming back.
I just thought he was just reanimating
He
himself.
reboots himself. Yeah.
Okay, now she's searching through the scrolls or through the little, through the drawings of.
She's just
H.R. Geiger.
Yeah, H.R. Geiger again. Which again, shame the series
Good
can't
stuff.
move past it. I mean, it's nice to have, but it's like you can't also move past it in 40 years, literally.
Yeah. Also, well, another weird way of making this somehow good is this a good way of adding his more of his artwork more relative to the alien concept
Right.
for David's character specifically.
Yeah.
Makes
Oh.
sense for him to
But
have
again,
all that crazy experiment artwork
it
because he
suffers-
did all that bit.
But it also suffers, or the human character suffers.
Shoving it in there,
comparison.
heavy-handed, yeah. Still.
But the human characters are also shown to be like less interesting than the android character, who actually has some kind of apparently like shown creative impulse.
Yeah.
So again, the whole thing just makes the humans come off pretty badly.
Oh, he just ripped one of the digits off the face hugger,
Yeah.
and now it's burning the guy's face off.
Yeah. Another callback. to
Very,
Alien.
very traditional scenes. Very, very,
Yeah.
like you said.
The problem is we've seen it.
Well, I mean, they gotta,
We've seen it.
we've seen it. You're right. You're right. We've seen it. There's no need to rehash what's already known.
Which is the sad part of it. Is like we've seen the alien thing. So
And
like,
look, this is the newer silver, like,
So okay, so
regular
what? Okay, so this
alien
black
type.
alien. Where did this thing come from?
That came from Mr. Manhattan, Dr.
Yeah.
Manhattan.
yeah.
No. But where was it? The little creature that stood
That's
up
the
and
one that stood
saluted
up.
him.
Yeah.
Then
So
shit-
what
shit-
the
It's
hell?
big in 2 seconds.
So it took like, I don't know, what was it? Maybe 5 minutes to be
10
a
minutes?
fully
Yeah,
grown alien. Now let me ask you this:
in the movie, they're like,
it was silver just a second ago, wasn't
he
it?
just knocked the gun right over you.
yeah.
Wasn't it silver and like shiny? Why is it now like a xenomorph? Because I don't
'Cause-
consider these new little white ones xenomorph. These are not xenomorphs.
No, it is
The
because it
xeno-
came out of a face
That's,
hugger.
that's what David did.
No, but
It
that's
came
the
out of a human.
engineered. That's the engineered
It came-
one.
At any
That's-
time
no-
you've ever seen an alien, it
no.
came out of a face hugger through a human, and that's that. That's what they're
No,
showing you.
no. What about just earlier in the scenes where it went through his ear canal and popped out of his back?
that was
That's
the
the
pre-
That's
different-
not a
that's the different-
xenomorph.
That's a
those are
different
the
spore.
precursors.
Those are the precursors.
Right.
Okay.
David's been working on the xenomorphs to try to get him to be the xenomorphs.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so the scene where it went
That's what this
from
whole stupid movies are trying to tell you is that he created
So-
xenomorphs,
Yeah.
not the people, not not the
not the engineers.
not the space jockey with the eggs in the spaceship. in
Not the
first
engineers, the
Alien
engineers,
movie.
not the
David
engineers.
did all this,
Yeah.
not them.
So okay, now all right, you're tying it together now. Okay, all right. So
Again, also makes
so
it
xenomorph. So he
incredibly
created.
stupid.
He like manufactured that egg.
right.
Egg went into Captain Oram.
Right.
Came out
Creates
of
the
his
first
chest
original
as
alien.
as that's the first, I guess, tradition. That's the first true xenomorph.
Traditional
Saluted
alien type.
David.
Hello.
hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
First
I salute
alien
you.
here.
And now he turns into this big black,
Also with
figured alien.
She shoved the nail in his chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got you, Johnny C. I got you.
Yeah.
I think I.
Jimmy here. Yeah, he's like I said, he's trying to like make it all fit back to the first movie. It's just really difficult.
In the
'cause
most stupid roundabout way.
it's gone. Yeah.
Rehash roundabout way.
I thought the prequels were bad for trying to jam everyone into the starting
Yeah.
episode one starting positions, but this is
I-
like even worse.
Johnny C. I see what you're saying. They are tying it to David
That's what I'm
creating
saying. Like,
the first
hopefully,
xenomorph.
I have a big
right?
theory at
Like,
the end. I'll tell you, but hopefully there's still time where they get the ship on the thing, and then it'll happen.
they get the ship on the thing, and then it's a happy ending.
No, the first alien
Okay,
movie will make sense.
David and Walter are
compared
like
to these movies.
like messing up each other right now. Like they're just.
Robot
Again,
fight.
It's like an automated like karate scene, right? Because they both know like all the
They're
stuff.
dancing.
Again,
Here we go with the rock.
Right
Rock
to
to
the
the
face.
face. Rock to the face. Rock to the face.
again with the masturbation.
Come on.
or
It's your choice now, brother. I swear, this is how he sounds.
And then
Serve in heaven or reign in hell.
Quote
Serve
from
in
Milton, by
heaven
the way.
or reign in hell. And then he stops hitting him for some reason.
cutscene.
For dramatic tension and ambiguity.
Okay, so now they're hauling ass out of whatever hole they came out of.
Yeah, where were they?
I mean, I don't know.
They were in the necropolis
about to-
somewhere.
Oh, they're in his little house. Yeah.
They're about to. She just launched a little beacon. Very cool, by the way. I need one
Yeah,
of
I like
those.
that beacon.
I like that. Even though it's,
Useful
Good
for-
design.
I mean, it's
Look good.
flashing. It's pure daylight. I mean, the sun,
It's a
some
good
sun.
beacon.
There's sun out there somewhere. What sun is orbiting this
The
planet?
storm is out.
No, there's some. What? There is no. Look, where's this light coming from? Right? They never
The storm's
Well, the
clearing.
storm cleared, so the sun's out.
Yeah.
in space. The
No,
sun.
they're on a planet, though. They're like on a regular planet in a star system.
All right. So
They
in some
established
solar
it-
system, they do have a sun out there somewhere. Okay.
They established it in the beginning.
They're on the planet. That's terraform
It's similar
planet.
to Earth.
Okay.
I swear to God, they just landed in Iceland. But yeah,
Yeah, they pretty much did.
They actually took a U-turn. They had no idea they were in Iceland. They're like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
But
we're
the
actually
storm
on-
broke clear, so now they're coming in. Yeah.
yeah. The
All
storm
right,
that
okay.
supposed to last month.
Okay,
was
now
apparently-
here
look-
is the
look, here's
first
the-
quote-unquote true xenomorph that
Yeah.
David created, manufactured, whatever, through the
Right.
captain.
Yeah.
And this thing is badass.
I
I,
like how-
I actually like this thing.
I don't like how they like stand up, right? All of them, all the time. I mean.
Well,
and
he's
the
on
o-
all
and the
fours right
other
now. He's
ones-
chasing them like a
I know,
freaking-
but in the other
he's-
ones, they weren't standing straight up all the time.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right about that. I get you on that one. I feel you on that one.
Just in this movie, the white ones and
The little
and
white
this
ones
one,
I hate.
They're always standing
I
up.
cannot stand them.
Yeah.
I don't like them. And they should have
What?
come in with like a
Well, that's why they're the
more primitive creature. A more.
That's why they're the Spore version and not the David Egg version.
You don't like the white ones? Racist.
No, Javier, I
No,
swear.
no.
First you get on me about Jesse Smollett, then you get on me about the white aliens.
Yeah.
Everyone, just let you know, I love white aliens and black
I
aliens
love
alike.
all the aliens.
So he wants to make aliens great again.
Oh my god. Yes, I do. With the third movie, the third installment will make them great again. I promise you. I'm looking forward to it.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see. It's coming out next year, I think.
got-
So,
And then this girl like
Okay.
is not cool. And this part is not cool.
well, she's got.
Yeah. You know what
More-
this part reminds me of? This part reminds me of goddamn Star Trek Into Darkness for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why.
Wait, is that the newer one with
This part
with Chris
reminds
Pine?
me. This part reminds me at the end of the Predator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Wait, what?
That's what it reminds me of.
That's even worse.
Yeah. Even though this came first, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the Predator, the most recent one, the
Yeah,
horrible
that bad
one,
one,
which I
yeah.
haven't seen, but I know is horrible just
Yeah.
because of the way it came out.
I mean, by the trailer, you could tell.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch 30 seconds of the trailer. This movie sucks.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh.
so she is hanging on a thread.
She's
Right.
dingle danging.
Dude,
Look,
this,
spin,
I don't
take
like
a
the
shot.
CGI, man.
Spin,
right
take
here,
a
like the
shot.
little green screen is like
Little
This-
spins and take a shot.
she's like dancing in a green screen. I mean,
Unlike her, my disbelief is not suspended.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so I like this thing. I like again the alien thing. That I don't know. Maybe I like this one so
And why
much.
is it, this thing that just went through space, and he's headbutting it, like breaking it already? I don't know about that.
Oh, you mean it went through all the
It went-
hurricane
it
in
went through
space,
atmosphere.
right? It went through
Yeah.
the threshold of 80 miles above or
Yeah.
80 kilometers
And then he just
above.
breaks it with his head. I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I know. I feel you. Yeah, I get you on that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like I said, it's just
I mean, it looked cool. Yeah.
It looks cool. This thing looks badass. Maybe I favor it so much because I'm
It-
just comparing it to those little
It
shitty
looks-
white
it
ones.
looks more like the
Again,
regular
nothing against
alien.
white aliens, but
But
the little,
yeah.
let's call them like little more pale ones, right? I mean,
And
seriously.
so this
like,
is this a joke right here where
well,
he
they
jumps
captured
into
in the crane. They captured.
Yeah.
Does he jump into it because he thinks it looks like a mouth?
Well, I think he thought it was threatening, and he was trying to like stab it with his little tail.
Yeah.
yeah. But also, it's like it's also again like just a really weird takeoff on like Aliens, where she's fighting it with the
crane. Yeah.
the load
Where alien, the power
The
loader. It's
loader,
the power
yeah,
loader.
yeah,
The
yeah.
power loader, right?
Really bad take.
yeah. So they're
And then
really
she crushes
trying.
it. That was cool.
Ooh, what did she do? She crushed it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just like splattered into nothingness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Drops
tasty.
pieces everywhere. But also, yeah, I
Damn.
feel like she's like playing with the crane. Like, was it Tom Cruise in World of Worlds, or also freaking So-
All right, this thing is about to crash land, right? Because Tennessee can't drive for shit. Shiza.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling Tennessee's not the greatest pilot.
I mean, again, he's doing really well for
Look,
having
she
just
just
lost
starts
his
walking.
wife, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he just lost his wife. He's like, ah, whatever. Da, 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 da.
No, now
Keep
he's got
on
everything
going.
to live for.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So she just defeated the alien, the first xenomorph, engineered xenomorph by David,
Right,
and this guy's face is melted off.
right. I wish my face would melt off so I didn't have to watch this.
Yes.
What do you mean?
So he would have to watch this movie again.
Yeah, watch it right now.
Don't worry, Javier. Javier, I don't think you'll have to watch this anytime soon.
Anyway,
at
the interesting
least.
parts are gone. It's like the best parts were like the rumination or the meditation on what it means to be human or the desire to
Android
create,
and everything. Yeah.
the search for meaning. Like, it had a really very good existential moment. Now it just turns into a standard like whatever.
Yeah, those scenes between David and himself
Yeah.
and Walter are the more,
Yeah,
and David and Guy Pearce, they are the more interesting parts of this movie. Just because we've seen so much of it, everything else before.
yeah, which is really a shame because there was this chance to be really really philosophical, really.
There's the
Look,
face. You see
yeah,
that face
giant
in the
face.
mountain? I didn't really notice that face
Yeah,
in the
see, I
mountain.
want like, what's up with this planet? What kind of ceremony are they waiting
it's
for
just-
some ship?
And then you have like
They're
this
the
only ones there?
erection,
Is that
like
the only
there
city
is this
on the planet?
erection like ship that just
What's going
floated.
on here?
Dude, this is disgusting. They're putting little plant,
glue?
that little
Yeah.
glue on his face.
Gross.
Oh, just put him out of his misery already. Just shoot him. Just
Selma Blair over here.
2 rounds. Just pew, pew.
Just frumpy face.
Okay, so the real.
So
Okay,
he's
so
just smearing pea soup on his face or something.
dude, that is disgusting. I mean, you just looking at it, it's just like.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Okay, you got David / Walter / Droid Man stapling his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now the movie just kind of takes a slower turn.
Yeah, this whole like end half or end part could have been out.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, I'll be back. Use facilities. I will return. I promise.
Could have just gone.
Javier will return when the movie is over, everyone.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that was his whole goal. That was his whole point. All right, Johnny C.
His
It's up to
face
you
is
and me.
melting.
All right. Well, it's okay. So he's telling the girl it's his duty. Blah blah blah.
And then now he's like,
She's still
with the looks
stapling
in
his,
the
like,
eyes and the feels between them and the music.
puppy dog eyes.
He's getting reminiscent feelings of Numi Rapace fixing him up on the ship. Prometheus on the way over here.
Okay, so. All right. I mean, it really takes like a slower turn at this point. I mean, it's just.
And he's like, I need a hug.
I need a hug. Tennessee needs a hug. You know, again, he's doing very well for his wife. Did she explode in the little pod? I mean,
She blew herself up.
she blew her. Yeah, so she was shooting. I swear to God, Johnny C, that was a 12 gauge shoddy. I mean, it must have been. I mean,
Yeah, she missed all over the place.
and she couldn't hit a goddamn thing.
Yeah, if it was a real
Right.
shotgun, she would have shot that
I mean,
thing.
even if it was a slug, right? It wasn't buckshot. Even if it was a slug, she would have hit that stupid little thing running around all over the place.
Look, he's sad because his wife.
Oh, did you see his hand? Dude, he just
Did
he
you
just
see his hand?
he just
He jumped
rubbed
right
her down.
on.
He just
Yeah, he just jumped on.
he's doing very well for having lost his wife. He slipped that
She
girl.
just
in.
lost a husband.
They're both doing very well. All right, good for them. All right, now we're going to the
We got the
center
bird
console.
doing the water.
The
That
little
was a
bird, the little
Prometheus
birdie
right,
thing.
too.
Wait, where did this thing? Was that in any other Alien movie?
That was in the. Was it? I think it was. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Was the bird drinking water in the first Alien movie?
No,
Jimmy? Jay?
actually, it may have been in one of the
Esquire.
first scenes. It may have been one. I gotta check.
I know it was in Prometheus.
I do believe it
this
was
girl.
an alien.
The little birdie, right? The little birdie with the little
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
with the water. I think it was in
Yeah.
one of the first scenes.
Right.
Okay, so now they've just identified an unidentified life form
So
on the ship.
it only took 2 seconds for that facehugger to impregnate the burned guy's face.
Right.
Is that where it came from?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me watch this stupid ass scene. 1 second here. So wait, facehugger was where? It's on the ship?
And that's
It
the
already facehugged the guy with the burned face.
Where
So
is it?
this
Where
is
but how
the
where is
result
the
of that.
facehugger? How did he get on there?
It already bit him before they got on the
See,
ship.
all that conveniently happened off screen, so you could have this sequence.
So okay,
no,
so
it happened on screen. When he cut the face off, he cut the face hugger off his dude's face. That's why he's burned.
oh, okay, no, but normally in the original Alien, that thing was on him for like a day or something, like 2 days
That's
or
what I'm
something.
saying.
right?
It took 2 seconds. Everything's way too fast in this movie.
Okay, so here,
It was on his face for
the
2 seconds.
face
He cut
hugger-
it off, and now he's impregnated.
Right.
okay, so
now there's an
dude
alien
with the
on the
missing
ship.
face, with the melted, disgusting, horrible face, was impregnated with
Right.
an alien
In 30 seconds, apparently.
in 30 seconds. They just discovered the
It
guy.
bursted out of him because he's gone dead.
It burst
and now
out of
there's
him,
an alien
okay.
on the ship.
Okay, so now we're 30 seconds into the identification
And
from
these guys
Mother,
are banging it out.
and now
Fan
we
service.
Okay, now we have. Ridley Scott must have like a
Nice
thing for like.
Pilot lady.
Okay, so they have Jesse Smollett with the girl like in the shot. Is this scene really necessary? I mean, what? The
Yeah,
Why?
it's not.
What is up with this scene? Like, why
Well,
is this scene here?
This
Why?
is like a first half of the movie scene.
and then, okay, so the alien. Okay, and then you have the alien slide his tail up
He's trying to get
towards
in on
you
it.
know where.
And then
to the
she's like,
girl.
no, and he's like, okay, okay.
Why? Why? I mean, not
Well-
only is the alien full size, and what is it? It's been about a minute and 15 seconds.
Side boob. All right. Oh,
Yeah, this thing's only been alive for like.
It's been alive for a minute and 15
well, actually,
seconds.
no, they woke her up, so it's probably been growing in there for a little while.
No, this alien is full size.
I know,
from
but
where
they woke her up, so like they've been asleep for a
Okay,
while.
say like 2-3 hours.
Well, this movie's way fast paced, so it could
Yeah,
be
They, like,
5
fast
minutes.
forwarded-
Technology is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
But also, Jimmy, the whole thing is like it's part fan service, part horror movie. It's like this
This
is when the
thing-
movie starts to descend into horror
this
movie
thing-
cliche, where it's like, oh, attacked in the
this
shower. That's a
thing
horror movie.
in movie time,
Yeah,
in
bad Jason
what,
movie.
like a few minutes movie time, came to be a ginormous, full-sized, full-fledged murdering xenomorph.
Well, considering they don't, I mean,
And
yeah.
then it decides for some reason to stick its tail up the girl's, you know what, with
Yeah.
in some shower scene. Ridley Scott, why, just why, right? So
Goes dirty old man.
at this point, I'm
It's
like,
like the-
lost. At this point,
the
I'm just
alien
like,
gets him in the shower.
oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, and guys, we need a scene where the alien moves its tail
He
towards
tries
the
to
girls.
get
You
in
know
on
what?
it, but then she's like,
I'm
no,
like-
and then he kills them.
I'm like, Ridley, I know this is what you fantasize about in your spare time, but please, God, spare us the waste of space in this movie. Jesus Lord.
We've got to pad that runtime in the worst possible way.
I mean, good. Any other scene? I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is like a whole other 10 minutes of the movie at the end.
They could have like erased that whole scene, but
Yeah.
Right,
No,
see,
well, this whole
that's
end
where
part
the
right
movie
here.
was like precariously teetering on the rails. It suddenly starts. It just flies off. entirely.
no, it's flown off already. It's all now. It's off my. I'm like in La La Land. Right?
No,
I'm just like
the
asking for.
movie-
I'm begging for another drink at this point. Like, please, God, get me off this
I
goddamn
need some
ship.
more water. Yeah,
Oh yes, get me some more water, some more Deer Park.
but yeah, it's just suddenly it turns into like this is not over yet. We got to keep going with this because oh yeah, alien vision as well.
Oh,
But
Alien
also-
Vision. Okay, so are they trying to
That was
mimic?
kind of cool.
It's kind of
No,
cool.
it's
Is
not,
it
Johnny.
Predator kind of thing?
No,
Or
No,
what-
it's not.
not.
So what? They never. Okay, the last time I remember Alien Vision is in Alien 3 with
Reaching
the
hard here,
Rock.
Jimmy.
With The
Reaching-
Rock, right?
Reaching hard.
And not the
Esquire.
Rock Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about the Rock, old school Rock.
Charles S. Dutton,
Right.
the one. And only.
Okay. So that's the last time I remember Alien Vision. It didn't look like this.
I don't
obviously.
remember any other alien.
Alien 3 it had Alien
Also-
Vision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Alien 3.
I
Yeah.
also want
okay.
to talk about the talking doors. You have to talk and tell the doors every time. Do you know knowing that would get after like 5 minutes?
Yeah, where's the button?
It's like the little clap, like, clap, like lights on,
Clap
lights off,
on,
wherever.
clap
Clap.
off.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
clap
it.
it.
Yeah.
I would
Hey, my
be
lights
sick
just
of
turned
it.
off. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Who said that?
Who said that?
Yeah. But it'd be
All
so
right, so
annoying.
now, okay, Ridley.
Papa?
Ridley. The alien is looking at the camera and, like,
Gave him a kiss.
snaps at the camera.
Yeah.
He kissed his dad.
Why?
See, this is where, like, the movie just-
Why would you do that? Why?
It's like I felt like he just handed the whole thing off to the B
The
unit,
camera.
and it was like, yeah, just whatever, guys.
I mean,
I'm done. I'm gonna go snort some lines of coke. You
like,
know,
it was
guys,
like,
just
why
filming.
would the alien snap
was
at the
like Weekend-
camera? Is it
It was
like
like Weekend at Bernie's where he was just like whacked out of his mind.
Weekend at Bernie's?
He has other people propping him up, directing the movie for
Dude,
him.
I love that movie. I saw it when I was like a little kid.
Yeah,
and then
I
I
like those
I
movies.
forgot about it, and
They're
I
so dumb.
completely forgot about it, and then I watched it again recently a couple years ago, and I was like,
Really?
"Holy shit, this is hilarious!
Yeah.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious." Okay.
And then this whole part is like,
Okay, now
Not
they're
very
going
good.
on to the exterior
Again,
portion of the
It's a
ship.
takeoff on Aliens. It's like, oh, open the airlock and toss them out again. It's like we've seen this.
no,
been
they
there,
did
done
that in every movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Look,
so are they
it's
chasing
walking.
the alien at this
Look, it's
point?
walking up.
Why is it walking? What is it, a human?
I much prefer it in the original where it's just like hiding in the tubes.
Yeah,
Okay,
or
so
in the ceilings. And
Are
stuff.
they?
Yeah.
So at this point, they're basically taunting it, like, "Hey, come
Kinda
get
just
us."
walked in.
Yeah.
It's walking in, like, "Hey guys, I'm here."
They were controlling the doors, but still,
Yeah.
it should be like on the ceiling or something.
Okay. It's chasing it through this truck thing, and she trapped it.
And she's
Right.
like, "You're terminated, fucker."
You're
It's-
terminated, fucker.
Except not really.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her line is, "I got you, you
Yeah.
son of a bitch." Okay,
Yeah.
well, close enough. Yeah. All right, so it blasts this little mouth through the window, but it yet can't break through the whole window.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole elaborate scene with the truck being
Yeah,
tied to the truck. I
airlock,
mean,
truck,
I get it. I
whatever.
see where it's going. You know, this reminds me.
It's
This
like-
reminds me of Dead Space 2. I swear to God, Xbox 360.
Yeah, but
I remember playing this damn scene in the goddamn game. Right?
how
I mean,
come
this-
she's not shooting his little head poking out?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, is it because there's some kind of gas pipe thing in the
Well, she did
background?
say
Who
don't
knows,
shoot
right?
if you
Right,
can't
right.
try,
So,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we'll give her that. And now they're in the middle of space.
Barely.
And they're dragging this big like tow, this big thing, this big machine, this big like
A terraforming truck.
truck. Yeah,
It
the
would've been-
terraforming truck
It would have
out.
been cool if she just like took out the alien with her, like how
Like she would have
how Rip-
sacrificed herself.
like how Ripley
That
did.
would have
How
given
Rip-
some credibility to the movie. I think that would have been
That
badass.
would've
I
made
think
her
that would have
character
been
way better.
that would have been like
yeah,
the hero, right? But
yeah,
she's like
to save the colony and all that other stuff and whatever.
okay. And now we have like some sound effects from like it's that goddamn movie, that movie that starts with an A, the horror movie. There's like 3 of them.
Mhm.
Oh God, I can't.
Because that's
remember.
what, yeah, like how Ripley did it, Alien 3. Where she's
Hold on, I'm
like,
trying to remember
just-
this horror movie. God, what is it? I'll remember it later.
it would've
Okay,
been-
so
It would be
Alien,
cool if she just shot him off.
Alien just went down with this big terraforming machine.
No
and he's
parking.
calling for Daniels. No parking. Calling for Daniels, and where's her little hand? Or she pops her little head up, right? She pops her. There she is. She turns around.
Sad face and all.
Sad puppy dog face.
Sad face, sad eyes.
Cue the sad face.
Did I kill the alien?
Doo-doo-doo-doo, with a big smile. She's the only person that can do like a sad puppy dog face with a smile. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Look at her. I mean, she's crying and smiling at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And then here we go
He's
with
like, these fuckers.
with the droids, like these assholes.
Can't
They
believe they're
actually
bastards.
killed my pet.
You're ruining my science project.
By the way, spoiler
Yeah.
alert. He's not. And here's a.
See, this is what bugs me too. It's like suddenly it gives over to horror movie cliches. Because
I swear, what's that movie? The damn where the
Which one?
into the darkness, whatever, that horror movie. That there's 3 of them. They're really cheesy after 2 and 3.
Hmm?
It starts
Evil
with
Dead.
most of the franchises.
and it starts with the A-N. Come
Evil
on.
Dead.
No, I love that movie. Are you kidding me?
A.N. What?
I'm about to go find it in my Blu-ray collection right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Hold on, wait till
Swear to
this is
God.
over.
Anyway, like I'm thinking Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm thinking Halloween. Pretty much every sort of horror movie is like where the killer's dead. No, he's not really dead.
It's
shock.
almost
Well, the
dead.
switcheroo.
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
I mean, they gave you the
Yeah.
answer when they didn't show you what happened between the two, so it's like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, but it's like Ridley. You should know better by now.
All right, so she's now going back into her
She's
sleep
going-
chamber, into
she's
her
the
hyper
last
sleep,
one,
into
go back in her little
into
cryopod.
yeah, in the little cryo tube.
Walter's gonna tuck her in.
Okay.
And Walter's trying to reassure her now, and she's like, "Okay, whatever."
So
Sleep
for
on.
this part, like the cabin part, is the reveal
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Right, well,
because
that
he doesn't.
it's the
recognize-
giveaway. She references
look.
a former
Look right here.
conversation,
Yeah.
right? She's asking about, "Hey,
Cabin in the Woods.
are you gonna
Help me
you
build
know,
my
not the
cabin.
movie Cabin in the Woods, but are you gonna help me build the cabin?"
And then we,
And he's like, "What the like?" His expression is like, "What are you talking about, you
He's like,
silly
"What?
ass,
huh?
Huh?
silly ass biatch?" And he's like,
He's like, "Sure."
Yeah. She's like,
I thought
she knows it's David.
Yeah, she
right
knows
away.
it's
I mean,
David,
she's
yeah.
quick. She's quick to observe. But
Yeah,
why
she's
wasn't
not
she
dumb.
that quick with? I mean,
And
I
the
thought
rest
she
of the
was-
movie, yeah.
I thought she was gonna
So-
like see the scar of where she stabbed him with the nail,
Right.
and that was gonna be the giveaway. Like that would have been like a better giveaway.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean the cabin thing, but he didn't even say anything.
well, I know she kind of jumped to a conclusion. I mean,
Yeah.
He's been all beat up, but she is quick to assume
But
that.
I
Hey,
thought
that's
that's
not,
where they're leading
that's
with
not
that
Walter.
because
It's in
she's like
fact
looking
David.
up at him. So I figured that that's what they were gonna do to like,
Okay.
confirm that was
And
like
then-
actually him because she stabbed him. And that's where she stabbed
So
him.
he put her to sleep. Now here's the thing: he's opening the gate with the code.
He already rewrote it, I guess.
I guess he rewrote the code to his. Okay, now he's cueing the music.
He's the crew member, and they're reprising the music from the beginning of the movie.
Okay, all right. The
So-
entry of the gods into Valhalla.
And then this like serial killer scientist, mad scientist, psycho dream is
What?
like it's like psycho fantasies like happening,
Also,
which is good horror, but at the same
I mean,
time,
do you think he's trying to? Ridley Scott went definitely the horror route with the
Well, I
traditional
mean, I
sex
like how-
scene or the
I like how
yeah, it
they're all
turned
dead.
into like a standard horror movie at the end.
It kind of turned into it's going down that route of like B horror.
Well, I like
right?
how I like how they're all dead at the end. Like that's
Yeah.
I
Now
like how
he's-
he wins. I mean, I like that.
Well, he has to for the third one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll tell you about that.
So he's coming out. He's vomiting up these
Alien
eggs,
embryo.
right? The
Xenomorph
Yeah,
embryos.
the xenomorph embryos,
He's
right?
got
It
the
looks
face-
like a baby
They're
face hugger,
face huggers,
right?
yeah,
it looks
yeah.
okay, so here's the thing though. So okay, yeah, so face hugger. Okay, so all he needs is the face hugger to ingest
Impregnate
someone, right?
people,
Impregnate
yeah.
someone, right? And then he's okay. Okay, so he puts them back in the little freezer tube.
So is he waiting till he gets there, or is he gonna practice on the way?
Well, here's the thing. Why would he wait? I mean, there's no one there,
Yeah.
right? He can do it now.
I think he's waiting till it'll spread naturally by itself.
I mean, I don't know.
Like
See,
he'll,
we gotta
he'll unleash it.
we
Hold
gotta
on.
wait for the
There's
next.
one line left. Hold on. He
All right,
says it.
Let me hear the. Let me hear. Hold on. Let me hear the line.
Also, he walks duck. He's
His
walking
walk
duck
is
feet.
different. His walk is different. I
He's,
see that.
He's got duck feet. That's not composure. That's
Right.
not straight. Listen.
All
Yeah.
crew members, apart from Daniels and Tennessee, tragically perished. So he killed everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Well, everyone's dead except Daniels and Tennessee, except the girl and the pilot.
No, crew, not colonists.
Well, crew, right? Crew,
Oh, crew.
crew.
So not the not the people.
Not the
frozen in
there's like
pods.
still
Okay, that's what I
1,500
thought you were
colonists
saying,
or whatever.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
He needs those colonists to experiment on.
Okay, now we got the credits rolling.
So he said that they're still alive.
Tennessee and Daniels, the
Oh,
girl
okay,
and
yeah,
Tennessee
yeah.
are still alive. Now,
So he's saying-
why?
he's
why
telling
is
that he's
keeping
telling-
them alive though?
No, because he
What-
said it as Walter. So he sent that transmission back to let them know that everything's fine. So when they get there, they're gonna send even more people to come towards him. So they'll have like a xenomorph fucking horror
orgy fest. Like,
no
oh,
horror
yeah.
horror party waiting for them when they arrive, like the next colony that arrives, or to be infested with
I'm
the xenomorphs.
curious to see where this goes. I mean, I
So
don't know.
my theory is that he's gonna wait till he lands, let them
I think he's
It-
going to
it-
infect the colonists. Yeah.
infect the colonists as they're rebuilding their colony or whatever, and let it happen like break out like naturally.
I
or-
mean,
or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know where the third one's gonna go.
Or
I'm
he
not-
just like sets up his own lab and just starts creating crazy humans, like as he does willy nilly, like he did with Numi Rapace or whatever.
Ugh.
And I'm hoping that eventually he sends out, or
So what's
I'm
your
guessing
what's
here-
your theory?
my
You
theory
mentioned you
is-
had a theory earlier. You
my
said you had
theory
a
is if it does wrap back around, where is he going to get another jockey ship to send for the first alien people to
Yeah.
find the truckers?
To-
is that
for
he already made-
LV-426, yeah.
He already had those eggs that he made, and then that's why one of the ships is crashed. Is this like there was another ship or something? So he filled one with eggs and then sent it out, and then that was the one that like sent the distress signal or whatever.
Right.
And there's another jockey in the spaceship for them.
Well, no. The
for that to
the
be there.
jockey was an engineer.
it
Where did that engineer
and he was
come
infected
from?
too, though, right?
The engineer was
It could be him.
infected. The engineer had broken ribs in the original Alien.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
So are you saying that he sent out an engineer to go fly to LV-246? Is that the planet
Right.
246, right?
And that's the essential
And-
problem with this is that their failure to foresee how to put it back into the starting position.
which seems really
Means
easy
that-
because they did it already.
So
It
look,
means
so
they're
okay, so to
writing
get
Then they
themselves
wrote
in
themselves out
circles.
of it.
R-
Yeah.
As of right now, from Alien Covenant to jump to Alien, I know we're skipping this future third series, but from right now, it appears that David, who has cryogenically frozen the facehugger,
Has unlimited humans
would
to
have
test on.
would have infected an engineer flown crash landed
Oh,
LV-246.
not necessarily. He could stick a human in an engineer suit and shove it into autopilot and be like, "Here, go off you go."
Stick a human in the engineer?
And it would still come out of the chest or
No,
whatever.
no,
Yeah.
no. Oh, was that? Oh, that was an engineer suit.
Right.
They didn't actually discover an engineer. That was a suit. That was like a big. No,
Right.
but didn't they say they had broken ribs, smashed ribs out in when they
Yeah, they're
in,
big,
in the
too.
initial in
Yeah.
the initial Alien?
Right.
We assumed that was an engineer.
Does that happen in Prometheus? It doesn't happen. He doesn't.
It
he doesn't,
does. It
does
does.
he-
In the original in Prometheus, the thing broke
But not
out.
when he's sitting in the seat, the pilot seat.
Yeah,
though.
it's not when he's in a seat, which
No.
is why,
Yeah.
why it fails as a prequel.
So I guess
Yeah.
the
So you
question
need
is
more
how
movies and more
Somehow in the
movies to
third
answer this.
movie, he's gonna have to send out an alien ship full of those
he's gonna
eggs.
have to send
with
an
the
alien
jockey,
ship.
yeah.
The alien ship will have to crash land on LV-246
Yeah.
with either a spacesuit or an engineer
No, the eggs
with
that
smashed
he created
ribs.
because he created the eggs and the facehuggers, which is this movie's trying to tell us.
Which is
And
why
then
it
so
doesn't
he
make
filled
any
the
sense whatsoever.
But he filled the ship with it.
It was full of
I think
eggs.
he did this already before this end of this movie, before they found him.
But
He
he-
filled a ship full of eggs and then he sent it out for with the distress signal for somebody to find
But he
because
killed
that's what's been
everybody.
happening
But there-
to him.
But
Someone
like they
had to fly
implied
that
in the
ship.
Movie, it was a quarantine signal.
Which one was?
An alien. They implied it was a quarantine.
Was it a quarantine or a
Or
distress signal? I thought it was
warning.
a distress
I thought
signal.
it was a warning.
I thought it was no. I think
Why
it
would
was
they
a
go to a
distress
warning?
signal that would go out in certain intervals from the original Alien.
All right,
thought it
pop
was
in.
a-
Let's just actually let's settle this
Or
right
you
now.
just look it up. But yeah,
I
but
thought it was a warning, like a quarantine or a
No,
why
no,
would
no.
they go to a warning?
No. It was a distress.
warn people to stay away.
Guys, if you want to keep this podcast going, I got the Blu-ray right there. We can pop it in and just fast forward to the scene if you want to keep talking while I set it up.
Well, just
All
look.
right.
I mean, just to fact check it, just look it up.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
Actually,
okay,
we
guys.
can also check the date on this. What was the date on the original right here?
On
This-
Covenant?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta go
All
up
right,
and
go
check
to the
it.
beginning. Go back to the beginning. Come on.
No. The original date I had, I took note down.
All right, what's the date on? What is the date on
Okay,
this movie?
date on Alien Covenant shows year 2104, and I
All
can
right.
even rewind to the scene if you'd
No,
like.
just pop in Alien and let's see what it says for the date in Alien.
I swear to God, it's gonna say this one says 2104, and I swear to God, the next one on Alien will show 2120. Let me pop it in, guys. Keep talking while I do
All
this.
right.
Give me
Talk
about
to
1 minute,
All right.
1 second.
My basic problem with this series is that it's just the Cuse and Lindelof who just like to add questions and not answer them. Leave it
Yeah,
open
they've
ended.
been doing that. That's their whole thing. That's what people
MO.
buy them for.
That's their MO, but I don't think it's really like the
It doesn't apply well
Best
to the
MO.
Alien series.
Aliens. It was kind of cut and dry.
They're like, let's make it what
it's
you.
got a set form.
They're like,
It's-
let's make it exactly what you think it's gonna be, and then subvert your expectations by making it not. And it's like that's not how you do things. Like that's
Right.
not entertaining.
yeah, it's
That's not clever. It's not whatever.
It's more
not-
irritating than
It's
anything else.
more of just like silly fucking nonsense than anything.
right. And that I think that's part of the problem is just they wrote themselves into a corner. They're trying to write themselves out of the corner, and that's
I don't think they are. I think they're just leaning into the bad corner.
lean into the bad corner.
Yeah.
All right, possibly.
I think that's a big problem with it.
And while we're waiting for this, let me see if I can't track down the Ozymandias film. For your pleasure, benefit, edification, etc. Let's see if I can't find Ozymandias.
Well, if it was I thought it was a distress signal, but
No, it is, and I'm popping it. It's
Yeah.
in right now. It's in the player. I'm just,
is that what you're
but
checking?
no, it's in right now.
Ozymandias.
So John Daniels here. I'm telling everybody that they picked up a signal that was sent out in intervals, and I believe they understood it to be a distress signal, which is why they had to go and pick it up.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this is part of ours.
And,
There's
the-
a stipulation, there's a clause in the contract where the salvage crew has to go investigate.
Yeah. If there's
Consider
any
it-
other like thing going
Well, a
on.
distress signal. So
Yeah.
now you said it was a warning signal, Javier.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna check it out here in 2 seconds, guys. We're
Mhm.
gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm just gonna quickly
Anyway,
fast
just
forward to
for-
the
But that's
scene.
my
For shits and
loophole
giggles.
explanation of how
I
it
met a
somehow tie
traveler
back
from an
around
antique
first.
land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them on the sand have sunk its shattered villages lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tells that sculptor well those passions red which yet survive stamped on those lifeless things.
What are you?
The
reading?
hand that mocked them, the heart that fed, on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon your works, mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains, round the decay of that colossal wreck. Boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
Javier, what in God's
And
name
then
are
what
you
do you
reading?
what do you what
That
do you
was the
make of that?
Ozymandias poem that they referenced in the movie we just watched.
And
Oh, it was a reference to one of the poems
Shelley's
called out in.
Ozymandias.
Okay.
and then how does that relate to whatever?
How does that relate to any of this conversation?
Well, the impermanence of the works of man, for one thing, is the idea that whatever you can create, unless it's a continuation of life, really will not matter in the long run. The only thing that matters in the long run is the ability to reproduce yourself and create new life.
Oh yeah, that's the meaning of life is to reproduce.
Right.
I thought we figured that out a long time ago.
Well, it depends on your what is it? Heterosexuality, right?
Possibly.
Because
Well, I mean,
some
human
can't, right? If depending on your preference.
I mean, as anything would, anything that would want to live on and continue would have to reproduce.
Well, right,
So,
but
I
you're
mean,
but so like
I think it doesn't matter if you're.
well,
I don't
if
think that
you're
matters.
if you're not like biologically able to by way of preference.
Well, I think that's
what does that matter?
Well, like if you have, for example, and again, guys, I could give two shits who does what, but if you have two guys and or two girls, they cannot physically reproduce. So you're stating that the meaning of life is to reproduce, but in those cases, it's not
Right.
so.
I mean, in human
terms.
for humans as a whole, it
Like the
is.
species, right? No, I get
Yeah.
you. I totally get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
it's not like we're not.
Right.
We're
are.
alien. Dude,
Yeah,
we're aliens.
We're not gonna stop. I mean, not now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Don't want to stop at all.
All right, guys. I am fast forwarding to this scene where
What?
they are quote
We're
unquote.
going. This is a little
answering-
extra, so we're
Yeah,
extra
we're-
bits
we're-
here.
we're-
The movie's
we're,
over.
we're
kinda
dragging on a
going
little bit. We've now popped in the original Alien, and God help us if we watch this goddamn movie.
We're wandering
uh,
into fresh territory.
My
field
drink's
of
almost
fire.
over.
Oh Jesus! Hold on. All right, here. What kind of a transmission? A beacon. Intervals of 12 seconds. SOS. Unknown.
See,
Hold on. Let's see what they say. Unknown.
You got,
Hold on. So they don't know if it's SOS.
yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. They're now
Wait a
he's bitching
second.
about the
Holy
money.
shit. I got Ian Holm, Yaphet Kotto, and Harry Dean Stanton in the same scene.
Listen. Any
Wow.
system. Any signal indicating a
Okay.
possible intelligent origin. So that's the source. Any signal indicating a possible intelligent origin. That is.
so I guess they haven't reached.
So
they haven't reached alien life yet. So they have
it's
to.
it's not it's not so much a distress signal as it's
a signal in space.
as right. It's an unknown, right? They
Yeah.
said, hey,
Yeah.
is it SOS unknown?
It's just a
And
signal
they
in space.
don't
They have
know,
to
right.
But also, in that
intervene.
Five
Hey guys,
seconds.
I gotta refill my water. I'll be right back.
In that 5 seconds, you like see the dynamic between everybody. It's like crazy how good. Like you just immediately see the dynamic between how everyone's yelling at each other or talking over each
Oh
other.
yeah.
It feels like real people interacting, as opposed to the movie
Everybody
we
else
just watched.
doesn't like acts around each other.
Yeah.
and not with each other.
But these guys are just like they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Even if they're talking over each other, they're talking to each other.
All right, guys. So what's your take? Can you guys give me like a rating on Covenant? I mean, can you guys just,
6.
Covenant. I promise not to watch it again. No, my rating on Covenant, my final feeling is that it could have been a better movie if it wasn't an alien movie.
Yeah, it feels like he's trying to make some. He feels like he's trying to go in some other direction, but then he keeps tying alien around it.
I mean, it is. I mean, God damn it, he made the goddamn
around
movie.
it.
It is Alien. I mean, Ridley Scott is.
I
Alien,
know that's
right,
what
by
I'm
the very
saying. Like he
definition
already
of.
did it, so it's even more evident of the fact that he's doing this other thing. So like, just make that movie instead of tying Alien to it. Like, just do
I mean,
that other thing that
To
you're
be
trying
honest,
to do,
again, I think I mentioned this
which
too.
is not
but
Alien, which is a whole other like
Right.
God, man, nature,
Whole
blah blah
other
blah.
philosophical
When I-
debate.
at the
which
very
would be great.
beginning,
I would love to see that
Besides
movie.
Truckers
At the
versus
very
Alien.
at the very beginning of the movie, I said, "Hey, I watched it the first time. I hated its guts. I wanted to, kill myself."
Yeah.
Second, after the second time I watched it, I wanted to kill myself a little less.
I see where he's. I
mean,
understand where he's coming from.
I get
more.
it, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
but I don't like it still.
I mean, yeah, like if it's
I get
on,
it more, yeah.
I mean, I
No,
get
sir, I
it.
don't like it.
Okay, so okay, if you're gonna rate it within its series, Prometheus right now there's only two of them,
What?
series and Covenant.
Oh,
They made
Prometheus-
two. They made two Alien movies. Aliens.
Prometheus is a
Is a gazillion times better. I would say.
Prometheus is
I
a
would
8,
say it's a 9
Covenant's
times
a
better.
6. Because it's basically the same movie over again.
It's a shame they only made two Alien movies.
And then
You mean the first and second, Javier?
and
alright.
then
That's all they made. That's all that happened.
yeah. And then maybe I forget what I was gonna say.
Okay, for me, definitely Prometheus by far. I mean, that is just an amazing movie to me. Covenant, okay, I get
Okay.
it. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to play it during like some whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna. If it's on, I'll tune in on HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, whatever. I'm not gonna go out of my way to probably just have a dedicated full-on watch session of it again. I just it doesn't catch me. And number one, it doesn't catch me because the little cheetah noises from the pre-aliens or whatever, they're immune to AR-15s. They run around, they run circles around them. You can shoot them 9 times, they'll still run around yelling like hyenas or whatever. And then they're saluting. They're doing a little hail salute to
It's just all
David.
kinda dumb, yeah.
It's just too much, right? It's too much. I'm just like, I get where Ridley was going. I don't get the pre-alien.
Yeah.
I just don't. I can't. I don't like
Yeah,
them. I just
Jimmy's
don't like
final
them.
word on it is like it would have been better if it wasn't an Alien movie. If it was any other movie, it would have been fine. It would have been great. It would have been interesting to watch.
Right, because the little white aliens aren't even really like the real aliens. I mean,
Right.
it's just
Yeah,
so-
it could have been some other
yeah.
thing.
So
It could have been some other thing, and it would have been better for it. And so my final opinion on it is like it's a 4 out of 10 because you pretty much tried to put a roof rack on a Porsche
and drive it in the rain
yeah, and nothing.
while it's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah,
my hopes is that
and
from
it's
my-
not going to haul the cargo of an F-150.
All right, so Javier gives it a 4 out of 10. Johnny C, what's your
I give it
rating?
a 6 out of 10. Just in the it's I know it's gonna happen. Like in the hopes that Prometheus gave me, and like that movie was kind of dumb. Like hopefully the sequel is gonna be awesome with Noomi Rapace going to some alien world, like finding the creators, like sticking it to them, which they did. Like the one scene that I did like is when he killed all those people and unleashed the black goo on everybody.
Oh,
or whatever.
on the whole
Like,
town
that
or the
was
center
cool.
or
Like,
whatever.
I like that. Like that was for Noomi. That was for Shaw. Like that was like awesome payback for her.
So Esquire
Even
gives
though
it-
she got it at the end, but like Prometheus gave me hopes for a good sequel. Like I was like, oh, I want that movie where she goes to the planet and does all this stuff, but it didn't deliver. It ultimately just became Prometheus again, over again. And then, but it sucks because they did it over again with Covenant, where they're like, it gives me hope for the third movie. Like, I want to see Fassbender on some colony planet, like dissecting crazy humans with all this little face hug, or like he has face huggers. Like, is he gonna
those little
create
baby face huggers.
Is he gonna create
Those
a
little-
colony of like alien type humanoid people, or like what's he gonna do with those colonists on some huge
Dude, as
planet?
long
like,
as he's not making out with himself again, I'll be
Obviously, he's
happy,
going
I
to make an
swear to
alien
God.
queen.
yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's gonna make the queen. Is gonna loop back around.
He doesn't need the queen if he's engineering the goddamn.
No, if he has a queen, then he can.
eggs on his own.
No,
he's
he
already
needs-
engineered.
He needs. Oh, what if the
He's
girl? What if
engineered
Daniels?
He's
Yo,
engineered them already.
What if Daniels is a queen? He makes her the queen.
She's
and-
like giving birth to
Yeah,
like little
to all
eggs?
The, no,
Oh,
she gives
dude,
birth
that's
to the
disgusting.
eggs, and then he just puts all the
Oh, dude,
eggs on
that's
all the colonists. That
nasty.
he unfreezes them and then puts a mask on.
Don't do that.
Unfreeze. Like I'm saying, like we're like
You know what?
that's
That
what,
might
that's
actually
where
be a better script than
that's
what's
what
in
I'm saying.
production
like,
right now.
Where is that movie? Like, but no.
Jimmy,
how much
Jimmy
you
here.
want?
It's
Hold
like, sad to
on,
say,
let me
it's probably
finish.
better than what they're going to make.
Like before,
Johnny
let
C,
me
your
finish before I
theory.
forget. Like the, so like the that movie, they're probably not going to give it to me. I'm betting that they're just going to revert back to the same alien formula of a group of scientists going around, find the thing. They're going to find the colonists.
They're gonna find a new planet
yeah,
with
they're
a
gonna
new
find
thing,
Fassbender
and there's gonna be a
or
new
whatever, or
alien.
something. It's gonna be some like
It's gonna be a
unknown
mix,
thing.
dude. It's gonna be a half white, half black alien this time.
It's
I
gonna
swear
be
to
too
God.
similar to Prometheus and Covenant, and I feel like he's not gonna give me the sequel I want. He's just gonna give me the same movie that he's been doing over and over again.
Okay, so Johnny C, your take is 6 out of 10.
There's still hope, maybe.
Javier the second, Javier Esquire, you say 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
All right. John Daniels here. Yep. I'm just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just so used to the older other Alien movies. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. Everyone. So it averages out. If you have it on Blu-ray, pop it in.
So-
Watch it with a commentary.
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
Mediocre. That's a reference.
Do not witness
Mad
me.
Max Fury Road. Yeah, do not witness me. For all those fans who
Yeah.
love Mad Max, that is a reference to Mad Max Fury Road. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it probably this weekend
Right.
on Blu-ray.
No, not this weekend. Right now.
Right now, yeah.
Absolutely. What the fuck are you doing? Turn
Actually,
this off.
what the
go
fuck are you
put the
doing?
movie
Yeah,
in.
if you haven't seen it, what the fuck are you doing in life? I don't understand. So, yes, Mad Max Fury Road. That'll be in one of our future podcasts.
That's your homework assignment for today.
Yes.
Go watch Fury Road.
Yes, and we have Alien in right now. Before we get into this movie and make this podcast a 5-hour long thing,
Yeah.
let's just exit this. Guys, thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Please email us. Please hit us up. Please let us know what your thoughts are. Please put comments in. And we have Javier with the cowbell.
Johnny
the
C signing out.
The
More
cowbell. La
cowbell.
campana. Here we go.
Last call.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. If that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. Thank you, guys. We will see you on the next round, especially on the next round of our Alien installment. Hopefully, the next one will be Prometheus, right, guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
What? No. Why?
What do you mean? All right. Don't get me started. Okay, guys. Signing off. Have a great evening, day, afternoon, whatever you have. Have a good one.